Hey, we got numbers.
Hey guys, welcome to ClevelandMoto Podcast, episode number 525. Light 'em up, boys. They're off to the races. What a, wow. Man, that was a powerful out. Jesus, Christmas.
Right in the face.
Wow. All right, we always like an effervescent out.
Wasn't even on a motorcycle.
Right. Ooh, big bangs. Oh, and tonight's podcast, we got a full house. Special guests and everything. To my immediate left, we have
Sean Noel,
And Sean, what did you ride tonight?
my Honda Civic.
Damn straight you did. And to his immediate left, we have
Brendan Baker.
Baker. What'd you ride tonight?
My wife's car.
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second. To his immediate left, we have
Steve Sleepy.
And what did you ride tonight, Sleepy?
The effervescent Ford, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's like something. It's
Yeah.
It's something slightly bigger than a Focus, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right. To his immediate left,
Johnny Mac.
and John, what did you ride tonight?
My highly tuned 2012 Kia Sorento.
There you go. And to his immediate left, your right,
Speedy Pete.
Speedy Pete. What'd you ride tonight, Speedy?
I'm on Honda Fit.
The Honda Fit.
Love the Fit.
To his immediate left and far stage right,
Shanky Smith.
Shanky Smith, and behind the bar.
Well, what I rode tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. What'd you ride tonight?
Kia Sorento.
Okay, and behind the bar tonight.
Oh, Kia Optima.
Dan Kropke.
Dan Compton. What did you ride tonight, Dan?
Subaru Descent.
A Subaru Descent.
So what
And
we're
then-
saying is the whole neighborhood is parked up at this
And then our bartender tonight.
Ascended.
Tom Bennington.
And what did you ride tonight, Tom?
Honda Civic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Phil Waters, your humble
Very
narrator, and I
sporty
drove the
cars
1999 Volvo Hearse.
Yeah.
So
Who is that?
That's me.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it's a 1999 Volvo Hearse.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I thought it was like Harold and Maude.
It was, it's the more sensible version of
Yeah,
Harold
exactly.
and Maude.
Not the Jaguar
It's the
E-Type.
Harold
you
and
know,
Maude
yeah.
with more
Yeah.
longer lifespan. Well, the reason we're all riding four wheels tonight is because the weather got fucking evil. It just got evil on us. I went from like, this is perfect. I love this weather. I get to wear all my
I
gear.
know yesterday, if we did it yesterday, it was great.
In our group, Dan, our part-time mechanic, Dan, and his group, Shapes Moped Club, had their fall colors ride they were going to do yesterday afternoon.
Dan or Nick?
Nick. Sorry, did I say Dan?
Yeah.
You did.
Okay, sorry about that.
New Nick.
Nick,
Thought there was a
new Nick.
secret
Nick,
mechanic
sorry.
I wasn't aware of.
New Nick. So New Nick and Lizzie, they were getting together, the moped guys. They were going to meet at Skid Mark Garage, and they had a route planned to go look at all the Christmas or the Halloween lights and the fall colors and all that cool stuff. And it was funny because before he left the shop for the day, he was like, I don't know, man. And I was like, I have a feeling you're all just going to get together at Skid Mark and have a few beers, and you ain't going nowhere. And they didn't go anywhere. So I was like,
It's like
Yeah.
40 degrees and sideways rain all day.
it was. And
Yeah.
so what was hilarious was right near the end of our day, we had these two gentlemen show up on a Honda CBR 500 with a full Repsol livery, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
it's a
nice.
parallel twin 500, but from the distance, it looks like
In the
Valentino
rain today,
Rossi's bike.
like, yeah.
So
Like
this
it should
was
have the
yesterday.
R's after it.
Yeah, and so no R's, 0 R's. And so I get out there and I see the guy and he's in my shop and he's not dressed for a good trip in the cold. And it was not yet raining, but you know it was going to. And I see him and I'm like, they're looking around the shop and they're looking at the ram mounts and everything else. And I'm like, okay, all right. So Renee says, hey, they just bought that bike and he's riding that bike to Saginaw, Michigan.
Without gear.
And I was like,
Oh, yeah, wait. You got to do that.
yeah,
on
so
the
you
hand,
have to
right?
pull out your Michigan map. So you
why
pull
does
out your
everyone-
Michigan map,
yeah.
and then you say Saginaw, Michigan's right there, right? So people understand where Saginaw, Michigan is. And I always carry my
Very
Michigan map with
Michigander.
me. Yes.
Very
Well, I just know the word. I just know the rules. And I said, what? And he goes, yeah, I'm riding right now. So I'm leaving as soon as I get a ram mount on my bike.
Swearingen.
Swanson! Dave Swanson is in the house. Yay! So I said, maybe don't buy the ram mount. Maybe go buy the rain suit instead. Right?
Right.
Just a tip from your Uncle Phil. And choices needed to be made. And they were committed to buying the ram mount system so he could have a cradle for his phone. And meanwhile, he's got a driver in a car. Just follow the car. Right?
Yeah.
The car is warm and dry. He can figure out the logistics. You just got to stay behind him. Buy a rain suit, dude. You know, they couldn't be young men. They couldn't be swayed. And then I got out there and realized the bike had an extended swing arm on it.
Oh.
So the bike had a chrome polished extended swing arm. It had about
And it's a 500?
Yeah, and it had about 6 kinks in the chain. It did not look like it had been very well maintained. Absence
Did he
of
buy it off of like...
he bought it like Facebook Marketplace,
Yeah.
and he was going to drive it home
Yeah.
3 hours or whatever to Saginaw, Michigan. And I was like, well,
I wonder if he
so
made it.
I went and got him some hot packs, and I was looking in the dump bin for some extra gloves and whatever I could help the kid out with. But then again, an old guy can't tell a young guy nothing. They were like, no, we got this. We're
yeah.
cool. They dicked around in the parking lot for another half an hour, putting the ram mount on. I borrowed some tools, like that. Okay. By the time they left my shop, Mother Nature had said, you waited too long. And I was like,
yeah.
this is it.
Expiration.
It's going to be a 100%
Because
wet ride.
I don't care if it starts raining while I'm riding.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to get on your bike in the middle of a downpour and say, okay,
No,
I'm leaving.
right.
Yeah, you don't want to start out in the rain.
You don't
If
want-
it
yeah.
happens while you're doing
You just
you're
suffer
like,
through it.
Yeah, okay.
Again, so I didn't feel good enough to go, charity him a rain suit or anything. But they had options. They made choices. Choices were made.
You know what
So-
goes really well with the extended swing arm?
Huh.
A kinked chain.
A king? Oh, yeah.
that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
really
It had-
good idea.
Well,
Again,
Don't forget
Sounds
the
very
bald.
kinky.
Don't forget the bald tire.
the back tire was sad.
Oh,
no.
The back
Well, that
tire
was what sold it, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, and in the rain, yeah.
And in the rain. Yeah, exactly. And,
Okay,
so
there we go.
He made it as far as Sheffield Lake or what?
we don't
Radio
know.
guy, thanks.
We've never heard
We
from
don't
them
know.
ever again. I did clue them into the podcast, so they might be listening right meow. And I told them about the rule. If they want to participate in the live chat, they can participate in the live chat. So they might chime in and say, "There's nothing wrong with that chain or that tire, and we made it. You're an idiot." or
Won't be the first time.
they're in Toledo.
We know at least one part of that statement is absolutely true.
Right. Or they live in Toledo now. Yeah, that's it. That's just they set up camp. I guess they were both linemen, actually. They're electrician, guys that work on the pole.
Okay.
I thought you meant football players.
Well, I just like it better that they work on the pole.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
John has that sweatshirt. What's it say?
We'll dance for motorcycle parts.
There you go.
And that's so
And it's got
true.
it's got a very slender guy on a pole, if I remember.
Didn't say
correctly.
how you had to do it.
So, does anybody sitting at this table today, right now, have a sad, amazing, or demoralizing story about how they got a motorcycle that they purchased home despite adversity? Anyone?
Oh yeah.
Anyone?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Okay, I'm going to let Tom go first.
Okay.
Lay it on me.
So the first vehicle, two-wheeled vehicle I ever purchased brand new was an Aprilia SR50. I still have it out in the garage.
Okay.
And I made the dumbass decision to buy it in January in Baltimore from Mark.
From Mark.
Juris.
From Mark Juris.
And
Motostrada.
so I'm in Catonsville up north, up by Towson, and I have to get to the inner. Was I living in the Inner Harbor? I think I was living down in the Inner Harbor by then. So I had to ride that from Catonsville at 35 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
In a blinding blizzard.
Oh, shit.
All the way down to the Inner Harbor.
Yeah.
And I'm I got my
And
parka
at
on, my
35
winter
miles an hour, is
gloves,
that like an hour
my
and 15
helmet.
minutes?
Oh, yeah, it took
Yeah.
forever. And by the time I got home, I swear it was 3 feet of snow out there.
Oh, man.
Stop for a pit beef and a crack rock.
Absolutely.
Sleepy, what's your deal?
So I think it was 2017-ish. I made the deal and I was going to buy my Super Tenere, and it was in Kentucky. It was below Ohio in Kentucky. So I had my friend Shady Bob. Shady Bob is the guy you call when you need shady stuff done. But this time it was just, can you drive me down to Kentucky? I'll pay you.
How could
And he
that
said,
possibly
"Yes."
go wrong?
So Shady Bob drove me down, and the guy was really nice. His house was beautiful. He was a dentist, and the bike was it was. Imagine this back then, 2017, Tenere 1200, 2,800 miles, probably about $7,000 of it at alt-rider shit thrown at it.
wow.
With luggage and everything.
Right.
$7,500.
Deal.
I was like, yep, on the way, done.
Good.
See ya, So I get down there, and he's a motorcycle guy. So bam, we're buzzed. We're like connected. And he's like, so what did you get? Because obviously you didn't. Oh, let me show you my new Harley. And I got a BMW GS too. And so now he's showing me the GS and this. And let me show you the project. Oh fuck, I gotta see the project. So now I'm in the back, and it's a fucking like 48 W something like Harley. And I'm
WLA
like,
or
fuck
something,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're talking. You want a beer? I'm like, at the time I still drank. I'm like, yeah, I'll have a beer. Now we're talking. We're drinking beers and stuff. And like the morning is now gone.
Oh, yeah.
And now the afternoon is sliding. And did I tell you it was November 6th?
Oh,
I forgot about being November 6th.
yeah.
So when I drove down there, it was like 50 degrees.
Yeah.
It was a fucking beautiful day. It was sunny, 50 degrees. So we went in the guy's garage. Of course, he closed the door because it's a heated garage. So I have no idea what the fuck's going on outside. So when I finally start loading up, I said, look at the time. That's a 5.5 hour drive. It's 4 o'clock. I should probably start going. Yeah. So he opens the garage to a fucking dilute, not rain.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, I'm sprinkling. I mean, like fucking, like there's 2 inches of water on his driveway getting pelted with water, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I gotta go because I have to be at work the next day too. Like I took 1 day off to make this happen. Right?
Yeah, that was it.
So I'm like, okay, fuck. So I get on the bike, but I'm prepared. I have like layers. I have my frog togs. I have all this. But the best part is I bought fucking $280 Climb waterproof fucking snowmobile gloves.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is going to be my winter
you'll
fucking
need it.
gloves because
Yeah.
they're going to be great, right? So I jump on the bike, and for about the first half hour, I'm following my GPS, and it's fucking pouring. Like every time I have to stop at a light, I'm like, I just don't want to go anymore. I'm just like that. So I finally get on the highway. I'm able to do like 50 or 60 miles an hour, and it's fucking freezing and wet, but I'm still dry. But then the gloves. They lasted about 30. These $275 gloves lasted about 35 miles. And then what happens is because they're snowmobile gloves and they have all that padding, they turn into giant diapers on your hand. So now I have these gel-filled fucking diapers on my hands that are now cold, and I'm driving, and I'm like, whatever, let's just fucking muscle through. The bike's worth it. Blah. So I'm muscling through, and I'm going, and I'm just fucking riding and riding. I'm through the Dayton, and I'm coming up through whatever, and I get near Columbus, and now it's 34 degrees.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, this is getting bad.
And have frozen hands.
So I stop at like the one stop over there, like between Columbus, whatever. It's like the dome looking building
Yeah.
where they have the shit and all this stuff. So I buy a set of workers gloves, right, that have the rubber kind of stuff on it. I shove those on and a couple of heating pads and like rip the shit out of the Climbs.
Oh, yeah.
But put the shell
over your
things
new
and
gloves.
this, and I'm hoping that this will work because it's now cold and it's not raining. It's kind of sleeting and snowing.
Yeah.
So now I take off and I fucking leave Columbus, and it's getting fucking gnarly. Like the highway's at 45, and I'm following semis in their fucking trucks. And now there's getting to be like a 1/4 inch of slush on both sides of the fucking tire tracks. And I'm like, it has, fortunately, it has like the like 40, 60 tires. So I do have some tread. It's not
Some
like
grip.
slicks or some shit like that.
And some rider aids, right?
Yeah, yeah, it had rain mode and all that shit. And it has crash bars, so if I did lead it over and I was going that slow, it probably wouldn't have killed the bike or anything. But anyways, I'm trying not to do that, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So it's fucking dark, it's cold. It is like 9:30 now. I left like 5 hours ago, and I'm like 45 minutes outside of Columbus. I still have however to go, right? So I'm on 71 going and going and going, and I finally make it to the 271 break. It's like 11 o'clock at night, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, I'm like, if I get off the
And
bike,
you're in the snow belt now.
yeah, well, no, it is full on snowing at this point,
Yeah.
right? And I know that if I stop and try to do anything, I will never get back on the bike because the lower half of myself is frozen.
You're done.
I'm like the dude in fucking Dumb and Dumber, basically. Like, I'm on this bike, right? There's ice hanging off the windscreen, everything. I used to have all these pictures on my Facebook before it got deleted. Like everything was up there. I had to meet at a gas station, like leaving, and it's snowing,
Right.
whatever, all the dumb shit. And so I fucking. I make it to like wherever like Boston Mill, all the ski guys are on 271 there, and I'm like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make this fucking bike make it home, and it's fucking snowing, man. And like my phone is blowing up in my pocket. I know it's
That's
my
why
wife.
the ski resorts are there.
Yeah, right. Like, but
I just rode by there.
my wife, my phone is like just blowing up, and it's fucking on my headset, and I'm just trying to listen to music and focus on getting home because I'm hallucinating at this point, right? And so I'm like, stop fucking calling me in my head, but I don't blame her at this point.
Right.
So I made it. I remember getting off because I lived at Cleveland Heights at the time. So I got off 271 onto fucking Cedar Road. When I made it to Cedar, I was like, oh fuck, I can make this, dude. I can make it. So I remember getting to my fucking house and the gate was closed. And I'm on my bike and I'm like, fuck this. I stopped, put it in neutral. I called my wife. I'm like, can you open the gate? I can't. She's like, oh my God, you're on your motorcycle?
Yeah.
It's 12:30 at night now. I've been gone the whole fucking day.
Jesus
right?
Christ.
She opens the garage. At this point, there's so much snow on my driveway. I almost dropped the bike after all this time getting into my fucking garage. The back is like, and if you know, it's a 600 and fucking some pound bike. It's
Big
not.
bike.
It's not fun on snow.
Yeah.
So I finally get this fucking thing in the garage, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, whew. So, I'm so tired that I remember climbing off. I go upstairs, but then I'm shaking. Like I have almost hypothermia or whatever you got, right? So I take a hot shower. Doesn't help me. I got 15 blankets, a fucking like my daughter's fucking My Little Pony fucking sleeping bag and
Whatever
shit rolled
works.
up.
Whatever you
Just
got, man.
Fucking shaking, dude. It took me all night to. I had to call off work the next day.
If this would have been today, you could have stacked chickens on you.
Yeah,
you could have
right.
stacked like an armadillo under one arm, a raccoon on the other arm. You'd have been fine.
Yeah, just a pair of
But
turkeys.
the funny part was in the morning when it was light again, it was still fucking cold out.
Right.
So it used to be on my. I wish I still have my things. I'll look. I'm sure I have something somewhere. But like the bike looked like those fucking pictures you see in Alaska. It was like icicles hanging off
Snow
the fucking
globe.
crash bars. The headlights had the fucking the necessary brush guards for
Yep.
driving on the highway. And
All filled with
just
snow
filled with
Full of
snow
ice.
and death and fucking everything, and like it was crazy. It looked like I shouldn't have made it home at all.
In 1990, Cleveland is famous for a season we call fall spring. And so it was March 3rd, and it was like 54 degrees. It was going to be 54 degrees. And I had been, and back in those days, we didn't have the internet or anything. So I had been bird dogging, Cycle Trader, Walnecks and all that different stuff.
Or Indian summer.
And it was, this was a true trading time special. So I'd wanted a single overhead cam Honda because when I was in the military, I had a 69 BMW, right? So I just wanted, for my first bike in the States, I wanted to have a CB750. That's what I wanted. And I saw at J&J Motors down in Massillon, they had a 1978 CB750 with 3,000 original miles, runs perfect, everything's great. It was the black livery with the orange stripe and the gold stripe, and it was perfect, chef's kiss. Bone stock, nothing on this bike. So it was like very fucking early March. I put on a Leathers members only jacket that I got at Aldi in Germany. Okay? There was zero insulation in this cocksucker. I had my Taurus fake showy helmet on, like my Taurus fake showy helmet. I had a pair of arguably uninsulated motorcycle gauntlets. I had put on my thickest jeans I owned and my army boots. I told my wife, I got to haul ass down there because this guy's willing to sell me this bike for $750 if I get there now.
Buck a CC.
Buck a CC for a beautiful CB750. And my wife at the time was a German girl. And so we had an 84 Subaru GL wagon. And we jump in the Subaru and we haul ass down to Massillon, which is not a small distance away from where we're sitting right now. We get down there, and again, 54 degrees and sunny, right? Get down, jump on the bike, look at it. He pushes it out. Battery's dead, of course. It's not running, of course. I'm going to do the deal. $750 is in my pocket. I understand we're trying to talk about some taxes too. And Kirk, the guy that we all know, Kirk Compton from State 8 Motorcycles, is my salesman. Okay. And he's like, wow, Sergeant Waters, this is quite the undertaking you're on. And okay, let's do it. So he let us put a new battery in it. Let us do this. Let us do that. I'm a little ashamed the bike wasn't ready to go. So I'm sitting there, right? And I'm buying a little bit of time, but it's now in the afternoonish. So it's in the afternoonish. The bike finally rolls out. I take the bike out, and as I go to take the bike around the parking lot to give it a quick test ride, it dumps all of its gas down on the ground. So it's just pissing gas out the bottom of it. I'm like, no. Give it to him again. He takes it back. Don't worry, we'll fix it. They throw an emergency repair on it, keep the gas inside the bike, right? Hey, CWCNZ. Hello from Christchurch, New Zealand. You guys' podcast is the best bike one. Well, thank you.
Thank you very
We
much.
appreciate that in all of your New Zealandish.
I am touched, man.
I am too. So
Let's not say where.
I know, John. Get your leg off my hand.
I eventually get on the bike and head north. And my wife is behind me in the Subaru GL. Temp tag on the back of the bike. I'm brand new to this whole, this motorcycle. We start heading north, and as we start heading north, it's getting colder and colder and colder and colder and colder. And I just get to the point where I'm just north of Akron. And as I'm north of Akron, we stop for gas. And I see a sign that says Blizzard, Cleveland.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, they got to be talking about next week, right? They're not talking about today. It's gorgeous today. Put the gas in the bike. Heike's like, are you sure you're okay? I'm like, I'm fine. This is no problem. And I'm freezing. I'm already frozen. Every part of me is fucking miserable. So but I'm a tough guy. We're going to handle this.
And you were cold too.
And I was so bad, right? And so we jump up. We get to, I'm going to just say somewhere south of Cleveland, and it is snowing sideways. And it's snowing sideways, and I'm like, I'm going to die. So we get to Dead Man's Curve, and before we get to Dead Man's Curve, we have to go out to Willoughby. So we got to make a right. So we got to make a right. We get to Dead
Right
Man's
in the direction
Curve.
of the probably snow that's coming from the lake, just making
Guess what?
everything worse.
It only gets worse,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because if you're going east from Dead Man's Curve, you're about to get shit hammered.
Yeah.
So we get to Martin Luther King, and I pull off the side of the road because I can no longer see on the road where the lanes are. Did I mention I'm in a members-only jacket? So
It was leather, though, right?
yeah, it was leather, right? What are you thinking? So I pull off the side of the road, tell Heike, you got to go front, and I'm going to go in your grooves. So you're going to make tracks for me, and I'm going to stay in your tracks. So she's like, oh, Jesus Christ. We have other options. No, we don't. This is it. And mind you, I'm just back in America from my tour in Germany. The GL wagon's the only thing we have, right? We just got our own house. Like, this is going to be what this is going to be. She gets in front of me, and I stay in her tracks like I am hooked to her fucking bumper. We're at 45 miles an hour or so. We get to the off-ramp at Lost Nation Road, and I lay the bike down across all of the off-ramp, into the grass, down the hill, to the bottom of the hill.
I
right?
know that exact fucking off-ramp.
And I'm
too,
like,
yeah.
oh, I guess I'm in it now. Oh. And me and the bike slide all the way to the bottom of the irrigation ditch or whatever they call that.
I'm guessing
So-
you didn't have knobbies on it.
Fuck, I had like IRCs on it, like some fake Metzlers, right? Like Temu Metzlers, right?
Metzlers.
So Heike gets out. She sees me slide off behind her. She stops the car. She gets out. She and I together struggle fuck this thing up a recently snowed on wet grass hill, which means it is like, it's not a snow angels. It's a snow death camp, right? It's just the evidence of our failure is there for everyone to see.
What's a 750 weigh? Like 500?
A lot.
They're not.
Yeah,
A
they're
lot.
Not light.
Yeah.
And on street bias tires that are hard as a rock, like we were getting nothing with this.
Right.
Cop pulls over. Cop comes out. Now the cop is involved. They help me struggle fuck the bike up to the top of the road. The cop's like, don't do it. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. And the cop's like, don't fucking do it. I'm like, I'm this close. I mean, I just need to go down Lost Nation Road, past the airport to literally Lakeshore Boulevard, where the lake is. He goes, no, there's 4 inches of snow down there. Oh. And I went, got to do it. And he's like, oh, Jesus Christ. He goes, I'm going to get in front of both of you dumbasses with the lights on. I'm going to make one set of tracks. Your wife's going to make a smaller set of tracks with a Subaru. And we're going to just shy of tow you there. So we're going about 12. And I have both feet down.
Yeah.
I have both feet down. We finally pull into the driveway, obviously. Thank the cop profusely. Did I mention I was a police officer at the time? Because I was, and that's why he helped me so good, right? So now he's got a great story for the rest of my life. So I get the bike in the driveway. I go in the house. I had never had a cold weather exposure injury like that because I qualified for every single warning sign of hypothermia I had, including I could not feel my hands or toes at all, and they were not the normal color. So I had to get treated. I literally had to get treated for, a low-grade frost nip situation in my extremities and hypothermia for my entire torso. Since I've been trained in such things, I self-medicated with, all the stuff. Heike, to this day, if you ask, she will say, that is when I knew I was going to divorce him. That is when I knew he was the dumbest man I ever met.
You know what? But here's the interesting thing. So you didn't have any gear on, and
I had no gear.
Right, and I had all the gear.
Yeah.
And so I didn't get any of the frostbite or anything. I just got the core. You just get
man.
fucking cold.
My hands and my fingers did not work correctly for 5 or 6 days.
Oh, fuck that.
My feet hurt for like 2 weeks.
Did you find this? So this is kind of a tip if you do find yourself having to ride in snow.
Yeah.
When you pick a tire track, remember that you might not be able to get out of it.
No.
So pay attention if you're on a 2-lane
That's
road
true. Yeah.
and all of a sudden it's going to branch into a one lane
ahead.
into a 2,
Yeah.
and you're accidentally in the fast
Yeah.
lane and you can't get out of it. You're going to make a lot of people mad. I might have not done that. I'm just saying some people get really upset.
I was in no lane because the sensible people weren't on the roads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. And when the cop was like, there's 4 inches of snow where your house is, he wasn't lying. Like,
Yeah.
and the plow trucks hadn't hit it yet because it was that fresh. And I was just like, this is awful. And I got the bike home and, licked my wounds kind of thing. For those playing in the home game, if you ever seen an old Honda CB, they had crash bars. Like you could buy these J.C. Whitney crash bars that were like big chrome asshole things. And then what people would do is they put folding foot pegs on the outside of those crash bars. And they would be big, dumb, angular folding foot pegs that had the word Honda ground out of them, right? Well, when I had fallen over in that fucking massive laydown, I had spun that stupid freaking highway peg all the way around, so it had punched a hole in the right side case of my engine. So my dyno cover, where all the electricity happens.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd cracked and broken that. So it was like, yay. It was great.
So we have a comment I'm going to
Yeah.
dispute. So Zimbo 1212 says the best cold riding gear is snowmobile gear designed to do negative 200. It is unless it's raining.
Yeah.
So snowmobile is great, and they say it's waterproof,
Yeah.
but it's waterproof for frozen water. If you're in a fucking downpour, I'm telling you, man, you know how much Climb gloves are. These things were the fucking gauntlets that were $300, guaranteed to negative 40 degrees and everything. They lasted 15 minutes, man.
My worst
He's
ride home.
right about the
They also
the
have
thermal
heated grips,
properties,
a lot
though.
of
They're
them.
incredible.
It is absolutely I have a snowmobile helmet that has a heated visor.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I have
Yeah.
a snowmobile helmet because I used to commute in the winter all winter long. So I bought a super closeout snowmobile helmet that has a battery pack that heats up the visor. And that's one of the greatest investments ever. And it's got they call it a fog box. So it's got such a fog box that goes over your nose and seals so that you can't fog that thing.
Yep.
One of the best pieces of gear I've
And
ever
it's like
purchased.
a 2-ply windshield.
It's 2-ply
double-
windshield. Yeah, it's 2-ply windshield. It works really good. Super, super awesome.
My worst ride home from buying a new bike was, many years ago. It was also on a CB 750. I think 74. It was Starburst orange metallic. That sparkle
that's
one
the
I
best
had.
color.
Yeah. And it had the original 4 pipes, but it had buckhorns and a sissy bar and a little bit of a windshield and everything. So I had Peggy drive me down to Pennsylvania. It was right down the road from where my parents live. And I picked it up for $500 and ran it over to my mom's house on 1 or 2 cylinders. I popped the float bowls off because you can do that with them because they have the clothes. Took all the jets out real quick, cleaned the carburetors, and, fired it up. Fucking ran great. And so I'm like, okay, well, we're going to head back. And so as soon as we got heading out, Peggy just fucking took the fuck off. I'm like, I guess she's going to just go home, you know. So, but turns out I drove home at 75, 80 mile an hour. Had to make one stop and made it all the way home.
Perfect.
Beautiful fucking day.
Yeah.
And
That was my
For you.
that was my
the
worst.
one.
I forgot to introduce. This is the Shanky Whips cam. Brought
Yeah, there's
to
the
you
Shanky's
by
cam.
Shanky's Whip, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Frankie's whip.
Why don't I have a Yankees right now?
Right. When you're feeling the need for a little vanilla in your life, when you're feeling the need for just a little bit of something sweet, a little something.
Well, you know-
God, it's Shanky's whip.
Do you know what this deserves?
You know what that deserves? Go
A
ahead.
tanuki.
It's a Tanuki drink. The Tanuki's up. You got to drink. Delicious. So, if you're an American person, it's not all of our listeners are, as we know from New Zealand.
Right.
So, for our listeners not in the United States of America, well, we're going through some weird shit right now. But a lot of weird shit right now. But one of the things that affects all of us sitting at the table are these tariffs, right? So the tariffs are making buying things a bit of a challenge. Whether it's ethically or morally or just, damn, that got expensive quick.
Financially.
Right? So we have at the shop been dealing with these moving target tariffs, right? So you're like, what is it this week? Oh, okay. And but what hasn't affected us yet is another secret ugly part of the tariff, which is where they are talking about the steel or the aluminum, Miss Emma, that are in the products you're buying. So what they're doing in certain different segments of the market is they're saying, well, not only are we going to tariff you the 40% or whatever because it comes from India, we're also going to tariff you an extra 50% on the steel in the vehicle or 50% on the aluminum or the derivatives in the vehicle. That gets weird.
You got to prove all the casting.
And you got to prove where it was casted, where it was smelted, where it was forged from, what was the source, what dinosaurs, what stones were used in the making of that, which coke and iron, how did you build this? So that's the thing. And according to, and I might start doing this as a part of a feature of our podcast where I'm going to give you like Motorcycle Industry Council report. So the Motorcycle Industry Council, to those of us that subscribe, put out a notice that said the Department of Commerce is weighing in on an expansion of Section 232 tariffs that could add hundreds of new product categories, not least of which for us is motorcycles, electric motorcycles, parts, and some off-highway vehicles. To the existing 50% duties on steel and aluminum derivatives. So why this is important is if you're buying a motorcycle, there's going to be steel and aluminum in it. And although your manufacturer or your distributor is saying that in order to get this motorcycle sold to you, somebody is absorbing a 15 to 50% or 65% if it's from China tariff, now we're going to also tariff you for the steel and the aluminum that are in that vehicle. This could be overwhelming. We are already seeing it in some of the brand new vehicles that our customers are ordering. So if you have the ability to buy existing pre-tariff inventory, this is the fucking time to do it. Do not play the game that we were playing back in February and March. We're like, oh, they're just talking about that. It's not going to happen. It happened.
Yeah.
August 9th, it happened. And now we're getting ready for the, if you thought that was bad, wait until you see this fucking trick. Because once they start saying, and you're not in a position to fight this, your motorcycle has in it 17 kilograms of aluminum. And we are saying that aluminum needs to be taxed at $50 per kilogram. Then they're going to be charging you an additional dollar amount based on how many kilograms of aluminum they say is in your product. And you're not going to be in a position to argue with that. And when they say how much steel is in your product, you're not going to be in a position to argue with that.
Do the I mean, obviously they probably have that data, but is that something that they're going to give out?
It's so this is going to have a chilling effect, because what will happen based on the distributors that we already have, that we buy parts from overseas, they have said that since we cannot tell you where the steel in our exhaust system came from, since we cannot tell you where the aluminum in our exhaust system came from, because we buy the exhaust, and before they write the word Akrapovich on the side of the exhaust, they are buying that from somebody else.
If they can't prove it, they have to pay the highest
maximum amount. That is exactly right.
And this is why it's going to change for. We just had this at Parts Unlimited show, big tariff seminar. I thought I knew something about tariffs until I heard this person talking.
And when we talk about PU, we're talking about the largest motorcycle parts distributor in the United States of America.
And in,
probably
the world. In Europe and Canada.
PU is a big deal.
And they're saying, if you can't prove that smelting, then you pay the max. You're paying the max. Mm-hmm. And a lot of those people in the room were your European manufacturers, and they're all worried. And it's gonna end up, the consumer, obviously we all know this, everyone said it's gonna come down. It just hasn't hit 100% yet, and there's still a lot of stuff out there that is pre-tariff stuff to go through the channel. But once we get through that, then what?
And nothing.
Well, I mean, look at the post I did on the chat thing today of that guy from the scooter place. Mm-hmm. It took him 9 weeks to get his stuff. Yep. He finally got it. The boxes were destroyed. Luckily, they packed it so well, nothing broke. Right. Yeah. But then 3 weeks later, he got a bill for $290.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And he didn't even know that was happening. It just came in the mail.
And
they've eliminated the small packet. So if you're anything under $800,
de minimis used to be very clear that if your object was less than $800 worth of stuff or $900 worth of stuff, you didn't have to pay any tax because it's such a small amount of shit.
Yeah, but now
they're saying de minimis doesn't count anymore. So I've talked to 5 or 6 of my distributors that we work with from Europe, and I've said, well, how are you guys going to approach this?
That's my aunt.
Oh, yeah.
It's Tanta Heidi.
Oh, Tanta Heidi.
Tanta Heidi.
Hello from Pittsburgh. Shout out to Sean. Yay. There's Sean. There he is. Wave to your Aunt Heidi. So
he's such a good boy, Aunt
He is such a good boy.
Doing a great job.
Yeah. We've spoke with our distributors, and the distributors said, look, we can't afford to do this. We cannot afford. We can no longer financially sustain sending things to the USA. Because one...
If it's a small enough scale, they're gonna say we're gonna skip the U.S.
We're gonna skip the U.S. And they said, remember that when something gets snagged in customs, because either we failed to prove what they wanted to prove, and it's a moving target, it gets snagged. And then it gets turned around. If we're lucky, it gets turned around and it comes back as opposed to going into a GSA holding area, right? So if it doesn't get snagged and stuck into jail, then it comes back and we got to pay freight both ways.
Right.
How can you buy the stuff out of like all the stuff that just got held up? Like,
Don't know yet.
Yeah, like that.
That's
might
going to be
like,
something.
Like the
Well, eventually Amazon people figured out how to buy Amazon return boxes. So Amazon figured out how to sell skids worth of Amazon returns to people who are willing to take a chance on what's in the box. I venture to say the same thing's going to happen.
this stuff never got paid for. It never got picked up. We're auctioning it off. Like fucking.
They're going to
skids.
put it in Trump's ballroom,
Right.
and then we buy it out.
Then you buy it out of Trump's ballroom.
Right, it's
right.
gonna be on Gov deals.
Yeah.
It'll be on Gov deals.
Right,
That's
Gov
exactly
deals,
right.
yeah.
Because it will be seized. You're right, Tom. It will be seized equipment. It'll be seized merchandise. It is a property of the United States government because it's been willingly abandoned there. They have absolutely there is no responsibility for them to get it back from where it came. None. So unless you're the manufacturer who says, okay, I shipped over a container full of
it,
whatever, and then I've had this happen with cars before. Once it gets snagged in a GSA holding lot, then they assess a daily fee for every day that it's there. Well, if your paperwork and logistics takes you 30 days, it might not be in your best interest to pay the fees to get your container out of that GSA holding lot. So then the government will, in fact, I know this from guys that got cars that imported that they shouldn't have. The government is all too happy to let the fucking days run. The government is all too happy to say, oh, are you calling us about that car you owe us $6,000 in charges on? Oh, well, it's $7,000 now. Oh, well, we need these documents, and that's going to take you a long time to get. Oh, now it's $9,000. So now you're on the hook $14,000, $15,000 for a $4,000 car just to get it out. And then if you say, well, I'm not paying it, they're like, well, it's okay. We have a thing called the IRS. And if you don't pay it, we'll be happy to make sure that we get it from you come tax time. Yeah. So it's an ugly, ugly scene. I'm going to post a link in the show notes for the MIC Action Center, which has come up with a really cool thing. And we can go ahead, if you want to throw this up, Sleepy, this would be a good time to do it. The Motorcycle Industry Council has thrown up an advocacy board, and you can actually click on here and get information for your area and your region to get up-to-date information about what's happening. More importantly, you can look at your voting resources. Maybe you can get the right people into office, right? You can find some legislation that will help you out. The MIC has put this together in the interest of let's try to give the consumers a way to say, man, I do not like this. This is not something I'm
they
good
need
with.
to have the politicians need to, even though they're not,
Right.
answering phones or whatever,
Right.
but if they feel the pushback from their constituents, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to make a difference because, we can all complain about it, but we're smaller numbers.
Yeah, when you can get a bunch of people that are saying, and this is Motorcycle Industry Council.
Yeah.
So this is something that 60-80% of the dealers in America subscribe to this, and that's good. That's a lot
And
of
it's
retail.
most of the manufacturers involved
It's a
with
lot
it,
of
so.
retail numbers happening out there. So that's the thing. So just letting you know, we'll put in the show notes. We'll make sure that information's up there so you can see it. As a consumer, you might want to lean into that a little bit. It's creepy. It's creepy as fuck. If you're not sure how bad it can be, I got a couple invoices at the shop that'll tell you how bad it can be, right? So you're like, oh, look, that exhaust system's $1,239. No, you might be looking at a $3,000 exhaust system, right? That's not a good place to be. Oh, it's especially bad if the guy calls you and goes, hey, your exhaust is here.
Right, right.
But remember that $1,299 exhaust if you want it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's a little extra charge.
There's going to be a little extra gravy in there, right? So that's something. That's a thing that we should, as motorcycle consumers, we got to be aware of, right? And it's not going to make things awesome. And I feel like for the U.S. distributors, for the people that are in here that are trying to sell their products to us, they have to make some serious decisions about like how many containers of Kawasaki EN500s do we want to order this year, right? Go ahead, Chris.
Does this kind of open the door for American manufacturers to make exhaust systems to replace?
That's what they're hoping.
Because Janus
yeah.
gets their own exhaust made right there in the Goshen area. Now, granted, they're only doing 150 a year, but
Yeah.
go ahead, John.
But the problem is, it's like, well, how much are you ready to invest in starting a plant to make exhaust systems in America when you know at any moment the tariffs could be like, okay, we decided we solved this, and they go away, like, and the government isn't taking the tariff money and saying, okay, we've collected this much money from these companies that are, from these tariffs on exhaust systems coming in from out of the country, and we have money now to give to you, Chris, because you want to build it. So
Right.
we're actually
It's all
taking the
just
money
the-
from tariffs and giving it to seed American countries. No, it's all going up into the general fund.
The tariffs are all just leverage at this point. They're
And
not.
it's
They
a
don't
tax.
care about
Yeah.
having people manufacture exhausts here. I mean,
Let me
I wish
let
they
you in
did,
on a
but,
little
yeah.
secret. It will go to the country with the least amount of tariffs on it, with
Right.
the least amount of expense.
Correct.
They will not be building Acropovic exhausts in Indiana.
And
Well, let's talk about a local company, Supertrap. I mean, that's a Cleveland company.
Yeah.
It's a couple miles from where we're sitting right now. They're world-class exhaust systems.
Right.
But where are they getting the steel to build that? Is that all American steel going into those too?
I mean, Harley already had like 170 million hit from tariffs just because of all the parts and stuff they use from sourced all over. It's going to happen. That source material's coming from not here, not the U.S. So
At one point, there were only 3 smelters of aluminum in America left. So
yeah.
so
can't even get aluminum.
20 years ago when I designed the exhaust for the HMF exhaust, right? So when I designed that, I partnered with HMF here in Cleveland, Hans Moto Fabrik, right?
I saw him this year.
Oh, you did?
At Moto America. He's building a moto compound.
Dude,
He
Hans is
bought-
amazing.
He bought a place in Lima, like
Yeah.
80 acres.
Yeah.
And he's going to build a central garage with he's already built, I'm sorry, he built a central garage
Yeah.
with bays and a band stage and all this stuff. And he wants to sell
That sounds
plots
awesome.
and eventually put a racetrack, a private thing for
Yeah.
people that want to live a moto lifestyle.
I love
wow.
I love everything you just said.
That's what he's doing.
And again, it's a Hans project,
It's
so
like
I will.
vintage days every day.
yeah, man.
It is a Hans project. I'm right there with him.
I love all of it except for Lima.
Exactly.
I don't
So,
like lima beans.
What
so
is
much.
funny is when we did our exhaust, I really insisted that the exhaust be made in Cleveland because that was the idea. It was the POC pipe. It was a Pride of Cleveland pipe. So the Pride of Cleveland pipe had to be made in Cleveland. So Hans helped me. We did the design. We did the CAD. We put it together. We did the dyno testing. We put the whole thing out. And Hans made the first 150 of them, right? And so Hans at some point went, Phil, I love you, man, but this small number, 150, is too small. I cannot produce these for you at the price we agreed upon in stainless steel doing what we're doing. So Hans gave me the number of a company called Kaufman's Exhaust. So Kaufman's Exhaust is located in California. So Hans was like, look, we use Kaufman's for all of our outsourcing. They're an American company. We're going to use them. So I said, great. I'll call Kaufman's. At least it's still American made, right? So we sent over the files. Kaufman's was like, yeah, right on. I'm going to send you a few samples, make sure everything's what we want. Kaufman sent me some samples, and they were exactly what we wanted. They did a great job. Zero fucking problem. So we rolled out about another 300 of those pipes. And we rolled out another 300 of those pipes, and then Kaufman's called me and said, hey, I think we're going to have these made in our Mexico facility. And I went, that's where we draw the line. That's it. We're done. And I put it out. I said, look, there's going to be 100 more of these pipes. If anybody wants them, this is your time to get them. It's going to be the end of the run. And we sold the 100 pipes. That was it. And it was done. We killed it. Because for me, I didn't want to have it made outside of the U.S. I just didn't want to do that. Now, do I know where the stainless came from? No, I don't know where the stainless came from. I don't know, right? I know that the tags we put on it were made here at Jack Prince because I went and picked them up.
I worked there at
the
the
aluminum,
time.
the aluminum skins.
I was the sales manager at
Were you?
Jack Prince
Well,
during those times.
I went and
man.
picked them up and I hand rolled every single one of them to get the bend right to put it on because they came out flat as a pancake, and I had to hand roll 450 tags and rivet them on myself. But yeah, and I also had to roll the insulation, the fiberglass onto every. The final production happened here in Cleveland, and I was always very in Cleveland, and I was always very proud of that, being
Can
like
you say assembled in the U.S.?
every single one of those pipes was made in Cleveland, Ohio.
Assembled in Cleveland.
Sometimes, for some of them, they were fabricated in California, but they were made in Cleveland, right? Assembled in Cleveland, right?
Final assembly.
Right, final assembly absolutely happened in my living room.
That sounds like an industrial band.
While I was watching Red Dwarf.
That sounds like an industrial band from the late 80s, like Final Assembly.
Final assembly. This is your final assembly.
That's so funny you mentioned Red Dwarf because I was thinking about Red Dwarf pizza.
The pizza.
Today.
We were just talking about it yesterday.
I don't know fucking. It's like,
Somewhere in Las Vegas right now, an angel just got their wings.
Dude, I'm so excited for the AIM show again, but no pizza this
No,
year.
we're not going to be in
we're not gonna
Vegas.
I know, man.
We're going to have to find a new pizza
You
shop
guys
in
not
Anaheim.
going to AIM? Or
We're
not?
going to AIM, but last year it was in Vegas.
And-
Oh
and-
yeah, no, it's
So
So
Anaheim.
we did the
Right.
anti-Vegas tour of Vegas. So we
Right.
did like all these like underground things and stuff. And we
Oh,
went to a
yeah.
punk rock tiki bar that had the best fucking pizza I've ever
On
had.
planet Earth.
We
Yeah.
call it the jalapeno, or no, the
I gotta know
habanero
where that place
edging
was,
pizza.
yeah.
It's like it was, dude. It was like when you eat it, you're like, oh, I made a mistake. This is gonna be so fucking hot, and then it just went.
And, like,
Nah,
kinda mellow.
you're
It
cool.
just died out.
It was
Yeah.
fucking
That's so
unbelievable,
good.
man.
That is Red Dwarf, by the way. If you're in Las Vegas,
Okay, I gotta-
Go.
say Cleveland Moto. You
Go
get a
now.
5% discount. Fight for it. That's it.
everyone else gets 11%.
Tell them Chris Smith told you. You get a
Chris
5% discount.
Shanky cam.
At Red
Wait,
Dwarf.
there it is.
There it
Shanky's
is. Shanky's
cam.
cam.
All right.
Shanky's cam. All right. So next topic is our friends at Gas. Man, I hate these stories, man. I hate these stories with a passion. Yes, KTM has officially announced that gas motorcycle production in Spain is no more.
in Spain.
Oh yeah.
In Spain. Right, in
They
Spain.
wanted in
How
Austria.
long? Do you know how long gas has been around? I skimmed through the article. I didn't really see that number, but a long time, right?
It's at least, it's at least 40 to 50 years old.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Gas. I grew up with gas. So it is one of those things where
Two-stroke.
And the motorcycles as well.
yes, and they are gonna.
My with authority.
They said that they're going to go ahead and move the production to Mattinghof in Austria, but if you dive down deeper into the story, what you learn is that despite their statements of "Don't worry, stay calm, everything's okay," despite those statements, as we've said, KTM has gotten very good at the
What
"Don't
did the
worry,
CEO say? Something?
be calm." We're gonna
Oh, okay.
So despite all of that, it's okay. Don't worry, gas isn't going away. Despite we're going to build them in Mattinghof, Austria. They're still going to be a European company. European journalists are not as lazy as American journalists. European journalists said, "Oh,
Hey, I'm a journalist.
So since you're
I
getting
am kinda lazy,
since
though,
you're
so
getting
yeah, I
rid of
get it,
all
yeah.
of the production in Spain, those 400 people, you're going to be putting on 400 people in Austria." They're not.
That's a good comment.
Of course not.
Gas
Right.
Gas is 1980s, founded by two former Botaco
Yes.
employees.
There you go.
I love
Nice.
Botaco.
I love that, and I love the real time. I love the
Right.
real time fact checking from
Yep.
from our remote Cleveland Moto.
There's nothing like Bultaco Tuesdays.
I like exactly.
Moto Hop has another
But
good one.
that'll
It's
give
like,
you gas.
Moto Hub says
They
pour
give
one
you
out for
gas.
gas. I think they're moving to
Well,
Austria.
Taco Tuesdays give you gas.
Right, because the logistics of moving everything to India will be easier if it's all in one place. Yeah, no shit. And I think that Matt is
That'll be the
onto
ultimate.
something.
That's the ultimate move. Or what's ultimately going to happen.
I think Matt is onto something because of the CEO of
even said
KTM
that.
said in his own words, European manufacturing is done. And if I can buy something cheaper from China, I'll buy something cheaper from China. Like, this is what this is. And it is tough. KTM, I love this. KTM says only 20 of the 300 employees at the Gas factory in Girona, Spain, will be affected. Really? Really? So you're taking the production
They already
from Spain?
laid off the other 400.
Right. It's unclear what happens to the other 280 members of the staff.
2 glasses with ice cubes.
Although it is true that Gas does produce a lineup of more than 3 dozen electric bicycles. Well, I got to tell you, my friends.
Those guys are done.
Those guys are done. What do they say? Yes, that means Gas's electric bicycles will be made in China, and the motorcycles will be made along with the other KTMs in India. Yeah, I see the writing on the wall right there. It is only kind journalism that has prevented them from saying something that strong. But anyway, sucks, man. It sucks because I've always kind of been like, I always love watching trials riding. I always love gas as a thing. I just was like, man, that's just cool. Spanish
Hey,
guys.
can I borrow that Sherco for a little while? I want to let it hang out at the compound. I want
Dude,
to take it for a ride.
Fuck you. Sherco's French. Never trust the French. Never trust the French.
I mean, you've
You know,
seen their cars.
You've
so-
seen their cars, exactly.
Well, the
right.
Sherco caused me to see the inside of Phil
Right, that's true.
and
Yeah.
have part of that on my face.
a gaping
that
wound.
wasn't good.
Yeah. a gaping wound right next to my geesh.
No, it was more the fat cell corpuscles that.
It was
flew
fatty
across the
corpuscles.
room
Yeah, it was not great.
Not to be confused with fatty Arbuckle.
Right.
Oh wait! What are you doing?
What-
Off
what-
the Shanky's cam?
On the Shanky's can.
Oh, it's
Shanky's can.
Talking about Shankies, I didn't get some fucking Shankies, and Brennan's never had Shankies. So
You know, Shankies. Shankies.
Oh, okay. We got to bring
Shankies.
it over
Shankies.
Oh boy.
Shanky's virgin.
Shankies.
I'll
Shanky's
join you in a
Shankies.
It's like
Shankies.
legal and all.
Oh no, it's mellow. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt you.
No,
at
this
all.
isn't like a Malort
Somebody,
fuck you
I
up
was
or
at
anything
a
like that.
Halloween party where someone broke out like the moonshine.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
this is
I'm
not
like,
that.
No,
my
no.
buddy
I
in
don't know, man.
Kentucky
Just
made
looking
it.
at you if you-
I was
This
like,
is like eating cake with your
all
with your
right,
with your
we're
drinky
doing
bits.
the Shanky shot. Hey,
Here's to you. Here's
Yeah.
to me. The best of friends will always be. If we should happen to disagree, fuck you. Here's to me.
Johnny Mac for the win.
Shankies. Yeah.
pretty smooth.
It's pretty smooth, isn't it?
No,
yeah,
that's
it's pretty
smooth,
smooth. Yeah, so that's that.
Get your whip on. Get your whip on.
Okay, weird news. Apparently, not after long for Livewire. Don't call them Harley Davidson. Not when we're talking about electric. When we're
They
talking
were
about electric
owned
bikes,
by-
we talk about Livewire. When we're talking about piston-powered bikes, we talk about Harley Davidson.
Unless we're talking about
there's-
government grants.
if there's government grant money, then it's all Harley Davidson and Livewire. Right, exactly. So when there's money involved, yes, Livewire is definitely part of Harley Davidson. When you're at a shareholders meeting, Livewire is not part of Harley Davidson. They have their own
the rumors
shares.
of our merger might
They
have
do
been
their
highly
own separate
exaggerated.
quarterly reports.
I have stock in both of them,
Yeah.
so I can keep an eye on those fuckers. Yeah. They have to tell their shareholders what they're up to. So
Right.
I bought some Livewire stock just to kind of get the news when the news would happen. And I've had Harley stock for over 30 years just so I could get the news when the news would happen. But that's definitely a thing. So the Livewire Honcho. By the way,
Is-
I give you credit.
who came up with that name? I was wondering. How? Yeah,
The guys at the Leaky Toolbox.
I think Honcho used to be a dude magazine.
That was.
I'm pretty sure it was a gay dude.
Oh yeah,
magazine.
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
100%.
I think we'll defer to
Yeah.
you on that.
Yeah.
The guy was coming.
I've never gotten copies
The
of
guy
that.
was coming back from the Purple Oyster one night, and they were like, "So, what are we going to call our new motorcycle?" Oh, well,
Well, we can't call it Purple
right.
Oyster.
We're not going to call it the Purple,
Purple
Oyster.
Rain? No,
Right.
that's taken.
We're going to call it the Honcho. Yeah, it only comes with one member of the Village People. So the Honcho. So the Honcho is not a big twin. A couple of years ago, a couple of motor journalists had latched into the idea of the quote, and I will read the quote from a well-known motorcycle trade publication.
Oh, it's not our trade.
It's not yours.
Oh, thank God.
For the S4 models, Livewire originally said they would be reserved for heavyweight motorcycles with expected improvements in range and charging capabilities. Honcho is derived from the Japanese term hancho, meaning group leader. So it contextually, the name makes sense as the Livewire's first heavyweight model. File that under extremely smelly bullshit.
This is, yeah.
That is some fucking journalistic liberties we're taking.
Somebody smoked a little too much when they wrote that.
And
part.
somebody was saying, we have a quarterly, somebody said we have a quarterly Livewire shareholders meeting to talk about. And since big twins are always popular in the hog side of the house, we're going to say that
tease those. Hey, come over to the electric side.
we could have a mega cruiser.
Yeah.
We could have an electric mega cruiser. And I read all kinds of shit about like it's going to have a 200-mile range and a 28 amp hour battery, 28.8 battery, which is like bigger than Energica ever had. And like going, well, that's just a battery and a battery transportation system at that point. That's just
You're just towing a
that's
battery.
a power plant. That's all you got right there. But it turns out that the Honcho did not, in fact, end up being a big touring motorcycle. It ended up being, well, a play bike, or as I like to call it, a mini bike.
It's a Grom.
It's a mini bike.
Yeah.
It's what do they call those 73s?
Oh yeah.
Super
It's a Super 73 electric.
Oh, it's not even. Oh, it.
Do you have a picture there?
I'm so glad you asked because yes, we do in fact have a picture. Oh boy! And the picture, give me a second. I'll pull it up because for the friends at home, because what the news of the day is, pull it up. It's adorable. It's just so adorable.
I mean, it's good for Christmas for
it's
kids.
adorable.
Oh, I could tour on that. Pete's like, dude,
Yeah.
that's a huge touring
Look at
bike.
the
What are you
battery.
talking about?
I mean, it's got those.
One of us has to get this so we
That
can
is-
lead the group rides.
It's got a giant 12-inch wheel.
Yeah.
I mean, come on,
The
man.
battery is the whole bike.
So
Oh, my.
literally,
Oh, wow, that is-
the
What a
seat.
view.
The seat is wafer thin plastic.
Yeah.
And then there's some plastic things on the side that look like
But
jerry
there's
cans.
swappable batteries,
But it does have the Kimco swappable battery system.
Was that okay?
Oh.
Now I
So that's
see
made
where
for
they're
where?
going.
What-
It's a Kimco.
Well, I'm just saying,
Essentially.
I happen to recognize those wheels from
Right.
the Kimco Agility
Yeah,
and
well,
the
and you
Kimco
would know.
Super
You're the
Ocho.
Kimco
Yeah. And
dealer.
so the wheels actually, in some of the spy photographs, the wheels have the word Kimco stamped on them.
So are they using a
You know-
2x4 for a swing arm, or are they going to change that?
I don't know.
Right? Is that off of like an old Yamaha?
That is just the very thinnest of thinnest wall.
Raw
the
industrial.
tariffs will be very light on that one, I think.
Well, and that's going to be the trick. We have to be careful
What's
because
the tariff on plastic?
well,
Don't worry, it's coming.
Plastic,
Yet.
plastic
That's
was
next.
formed.
I got bad news for you.
Uh-oh.
If it's Kimco, and we know what we know about Kimco,
Well, they're
the
Taiwan. yeah. You schooled me on this.
Yeah, if it's Kimco and it costs less than $10,000, it's probably Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
And Kimco is a Taiwanese company that has outsourced, factoried their manufacturing
factory.
of their lower, they're mass produced.
Well, I mean, you pointed
In
out
China.
the agility wheels.
Of course, yeah.
Actually,
And
probably
since
the best
I know
chance-
those wheels come from China, so
Probably
I have an
the
agility,
best
it
chance
doesn't
we
look
have. The best chance we have with these tariffs is
Yeah.
somebody like Kimco saying, "Okay, well, we'll actually open a plant in America."
yeah, exactly, right.
Just like some of the Japanese makers have made a lot of stuff in
Now,
America
what-
for
There
years.
are you're getting a few that are dabbling in like we're gonna build assembly set, but they're still now because that they're closing the loophole with the metal with the
Every
tariffs on
atom
the
of that
steel.
motorcycle has to be
Yeah.
made in America for you
Right.
not to get somehow fucked.
And that,
Yeah.
what you nailed there is what's going to affect the guys from like Land Motorcycle Company or people that are saying
Yeah.
these bikes are made. And if by made,
They're
we mean
closing.
final assembly, or we talked about in a podcast not long ago, CKD, complete knockdown.
Ask
So-
ask Hyundai how that worked out.
Right, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
And so
well,
CKD.
Hyundai actually has motor plants in fucking Mobile, Alabama. They're actually making my Sorrento
Yeah.
was 75% made in America.
I mean, Honda's the most American car. I mean,
I
it's
say-
more American-made parts on a Honda car.
One of our
Greatest
Then-
thing to happen to Charleston, West Virginia, was they opened up a Toyota plant in
Yep.
Buffalo.
One of our customers came in yesterday with this gigantic fucking 4x4 Sprinter. I mean, this thing is truly post Armageddon. Like this thing is.
Oh, van
Is
life
that
to-
the
van life to the
$200,000
Yeah,
version?
that thing
350.
costs more than this house does.
$350.
So this is a $350,000 Sprinter. It is all of it.
Was that Tim or no?
What? No.
Does it have cup holders?
It has everything. Yeah, it's the. I mean, I gotta say, the inside of this thing is
I mean,
gorgeous.
It's got a self-cleaning glory hole.
But
dude.
he-
everything you need, man.
he builds.
Sign me up. $350.
Yeah, he builds post-apocalyptic campers for a job.
Yeah.
So that's his job.
Post-prophylactic van.
Post-prophylactic vans.
I mean,
They got the vacuum.
I had
stop
a
for that.
shag wagon in high school, but
So he's a funny guy because he was like, yeah, he goes, so there are Sprinters that are made in the United States, and there are Sprinters that are made in Germany. Do not buy a Sprinter made in the United States. And I said, is it really that bad? He goes, it's that bad. And I said, Jesus. He goes, I build these for people. I charge people, the van starts out at $60K.
Right.
And I charge them $250 for the upfit.
And he's
See,
got
I
to
will
rip it.
argue, I've got a BMW made in Germany.
Right.
That the next models were made in the U.S. were actually better.
Better,
Yeah.
exactly.
But
Right. And I get that.
it's not
Right.
usually common that way.
But Sprinter van guy's ripping him to shreds when he gets him anyway to do what he's got to do. So he probably sees plenty.
Well,
of
like he said, he goes,
he sees the sins underneath.
when I take apart one from the United States, the holes that we've engineered through our process, the holes that need to be in certain places, they're not where they need to be. He says, but when working on a German one, the holes are always where they need to be.
yeah, the
and-
American guys, we don't
Right.
need those holes.
Yeah.
We just
And he's like, when I'm working on a German one and I put a bolt into a well nut, everything's fine. When I'm working on an American one, I put a bolt into the well nut, all the paint around the well nut falls off.
Ooh.
And I'm like, Yeah, that explains the rust I've seen up to the
Dodge.
door handles.
If
Yeah.
it's Dodge doing it, that
Open
makes
up the
sense.
hood of a Chevy pickup truck, and where the fenders bolt on, and that little edge where you can see the bare metal, just give it a little feel. It's like fucking tinfoil.
It is like tinfoil. It's so bad. It's so bad. So anyway, the Honcho, I would like to bring up back to the Honcho.
Hey,
Back
that
to
was a
the
good
honcho.
segue.
Thank
From the
you.
people that brought you
I
Benda.
mean, yeah.
Yeah. So I do want to throw a picture up, and this is when you can hide the name Kimco. You can hide it out of your advertising material. You can not let people know about it.
I see what
but
you're doing.
Kimco
Yeah.
is going to win. Go ahead and pull this image up. Because this, my friend, is the Livewire scooter.
Oh, boy.
And
Oh, yeah.
nothing has ever screamed Kimco harder than this.
I mean, but Kimco makes scooters. I mean,
Yes,
they're,
they do.
They're the pro
Yeah,
scooter.
absolutely.
I mean, it
Absolutely.
does what it says on the tin.
Phil,
Right.
you got it wrong. That's a Vectrix.
Oh no! So I was going to say, and if you've been doing this for a while, you'll know that Kimco did that while looking at a picture of a Vectrix. And when we say Vectrix around here, I get a pain in my neck that just
God.
shows up, and Bob Hedstrom's wallet starts
guys are-
bleeding. Yeah, right. Everybody that ever got near the Vectrix project is like, yeah, and I would have had a new car that year except for Vectrix. My kids would have been smarter except for Vectrix. Yeah, because of Vectrix, my kids couldn't go to college. Yeah, Vectrix was a disaster. And
So
this
let's bring
bike
it
does look a hell of a lot like a Vectrix.
They still pop up in like shady barn pictures on Marketplace, and I'm
I
like,
mean,
oh,
it's
look.
also, but what about the BMW's electric scooter? I mean, it's sort of reminiscent of that, but they're
And
all
it all
probably
could be an
same.
Akira bike with like a little modification and a couple of stickers.
And the joke has always been, especially you bring up BMW. So now we're saying is like, okay, do you want Kimco China? Or do you want China Kimco or do you want China Lanchin? Right? Oh, well, now we're picking teams here because now we're like, oh shit. And then with BMW especially because they've got Kimco DNA too.
Yep.
And you're like, oh crap. And as a
I
guy,
saw all
giant
kinds of
orgy.
other stuff being rolled off their
It's
line.
just a manufacturing orgy.
it is.
Just
It
fucking
really
people dipping
is.
into
I mean,
everything.
Yeah, but
Kimco's-
again, you notice that Harley Davidson never suggested that any of these should be made in America. Not once, not for 1 second. Yeah.
having an Apple.
I mean, their market for that won't even be America,
It won't
though.
be.
Not for a long
And that's what
time,
they said. And if
so.
you read the article, it says they specifically state that it'll qualify for the A1 licenses in
Yeah.
Europe. So when you're building something to be literally marketing towards
Everything's all about the A1 license.
Built to a
It is,
point, yeah.
absolutely. And if you look at Zero, that just moved their headquarters over
Yep.
to
And
Finland.
they because of A1 licensing. And,
Absolutely.
I'm having a cider donut Shanky's.
Oh, that worked out good
I mean,
for
but
you.
I don't know how you guys feel about that licensing system, but I feel like it would make sense here in a
Oh,
lot of
fuck yeah.
ways.
Sure.
I would like to also see more 125s being being able to ride a 125 with a driver's license, not a motorcycle.
Yeah,
license.
so that's what they do in Tennessee. So in Tennessee, if you've got a motor vehicle operator's license,
Yeah.
you can operate a 125 two-wheeler.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's- I
rock
think
your
it-
world.
yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
And that is like a baby step
You're not really going
towards
on the
a
freeway
graduated
on
license
125.
system.
Yeah.
But the Harley lobbyists will never let there be a graduated licensing system because
Yeah, what are they gonna
they
ride?
want everybody's first bike to be 1,000
A
cc's.
bagger.
A bagger. So, Johnny, you got your license today, huh?
Hey.
Hey, how'd you like to have this
Happy
Ultra?
graduation. Try this.
Jeez.
You know your dad's got an Ultra, your uncle's got an Ultra. Well, you seem to be a bit, maybe you're light in the wallet. Let's get you a Dyna instead. Yeah,
We
that's
got a guy, one of our new guys. His first bike was a big Harley. You know, I don't even if it was an Ultra, but it was something. It wouldn't be my first bike.
not a first
ever.
bike at
No
all.
way.
Yeah, not a first bike by even a long shot. And the kid that came into the shop today and he's like,
He's
yeah,
buying-
Moto Hop. I'm going to buy one. I'm going to go to a local hog meeting. Matt, you didn't even need to give us $2 for that one. That's a good one.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Matt gave us $2. He didn't need to
that
pay
how
us
you
for
get to
that.
the
That's
top in
legit.
there?
Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, you get
Is that
That
Yeah.
or I
you pay
take
for all this
favors.
pay to play.
I take favors too.
Yeah,
so-
Sleepy
Okay.
got bought out.
Oh man,
Sleepy
There's
got
bribes
so bought
here.
out. No, totally.
Yeah.
We're-
Oh, yeah.
we
Yeah.
take bribes. Bribes
Yeah.
are fine. We're okay with bribes.
I can make
No
things-
tariffs, just bribes.
Just bribes.
I can make things happen with the right bribe, man.
Hey, guys.
I can take him to a more fun local hog meeting anyway.
Gotta crank my hog.
Yeah,
Sorry, Matt.
God bless. God bless.
So Dave Osterday, we love Dave Osterday. Dave Osterday, he says, I got Renee's stuffed box today.
Ooh.
Thank you. The Tanuki is amazing. My wife is not thrilled about it, which makes it even funnier for me. Keep up the great show.
Glad to help.
That's a pretty good fucking message right there. Because we like to give shout outs to Patreon people, and we're going to get to the hate mail in a minute.
I love hate mail.
Dave McInnes, welcome, man. Welcome to Dave. He is a $5 member, so he gets the punchlines.
He is gold,
so he's
gold
in.
level.
Thank you, Dave. Rock on. We do appreciate that. Super cool. Nick Fody. Renee so desperately wants to send you a box.
Oh.
However, if you are a Patreon member and you have not received a stuffed box, it might be because when you signed up to Patreon, you were hiding behind an anonymous email address. So if you thought you were going to be super sneaky and not let your wife know what you listened to while she wasn't home or where you were sending your money,
What you're beating off to.
whatever, if you haven't gotten a membership box and you think you're owed one, think about what email address you used to sign up for, because Renee's been trying to reach out to Nick, but Nick's Patreon email address is like abacus letters, 27
Right.
characters long at AOL spamfighter.com or whatever.
It would behoove you to send in your email address, dude.
It would behoove you
Yeah.
to make sure that we have your correct email address, because
Unless
if our,
you're in New Zealand, I
Right.
mean,
in
that
which
might
case,
be a little. Yeah.
that would be a bit of a different thing.
Well, they're upside down, so
I
they're hard
know.
to read.
Much harder to read. That's definitely a thing. What's this? Oh, John Hillenbrand, $5. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, John.
Cheers.
Now, I don't know what happened over here. Something weird happened, but Jacob Islib was a $1 member. And he must have fallen asleep on the keyboard because he upped his bid from $1 to $5. He outbid himself.
Oh,
He
wow.
just outbid himself.
I mean,
for no fucking reason whatsoever.
it's the content.
Well, you know what?
man.
It's review season. Everybody's work. Maybe we're getting some reviews.
We
in.
might.
Like they did the review, and they're like, you know what? You guys deserve a 3% cost of living raise. Here you go. You haven't really earned an actual performance raise, but we figured that we see you drinking and doing.
You're
things
working.
that
You're
cost.
trying.
Yeah.
You're giving it a shot.
Is
That's
there any
cool.
hate mail?
So, but I tried to find good hate mail.
Okay.
Instead of the normal regular hate mail.
I have one hate mail that I still have to edit because I can't read it on the podcast. But I'm going to work my way through it.
It's that good, huh?
I promise. So Gordon Tillman. Gordon Tillman
What does this cocksucker have to say?
Gordon Tillman writes.
That's 9 times. With
Well, I'll say,
Gordon Tillman.
what's his name?
There's a lot of Gordon. He's not Gordon
You
Fisherman.
know what? These
either.
podcasts have gotten so much better since Shanky's Whip has sponsored it. So let's just go over here and say thank you, Shanky's
Thank you
Whip
to
on the
Shanky's Whip. Again, we are not getting anything except for the treats that they send us.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're going
Did
to
they
start.
send you that hat?
They sent us stuff,
Oh.
and so we're going to start including Shanky's Whip items as a mystery gift when people subscribe to the podcast. So when you're a Patreon member, you may get Shanky swag or Swanky shag in your box. So when Renee's stuffing boxes, we're gonna have some Shanky shit to put in there.
Hey, speaking
So
of,
you get the shag.
I mean, I've heard of shady shit.
Get a Shanky box.
shaggy
speaking
box.
of
Shanky box.
subscribers,
Yeah,
thanks everybody. This weekend was fucking crazy. I had 4,800 new
yeah.
subscribers.
You got a
Yeah.
whole
And
lot.
all my reviews that were getting decent things
Yeah.
exploded. So all the
Good.
reviews have like 20, 40,000 views and shit. So
Nice.
it's getting kind of crazy.
I
So
love
thank
it.
you very much, guys. That was awesome.
Nice
That is
job, Sleepy.
exponential
Cheers.
growth for Moto Stories. Yeah, that is fantastic.
Well deserved.
So this one was so good. Renee was like, yeah, you got to read that on the podcast. Greetings, folks. My wife and I just got home to Humble, Texas, after a quick trip out to Seguin to visit our oldest daughter and her guy. We couldn't stay long because I got to prep and pack tomorrow for a 3-week work trip to South Korea. When we got back, I found a mysterious box on the porch. What could this be? Well, I can tell you it was a box packed full of wonderful goodies. First off, thank you for the kind letter. I love you all and the podcast, which I try to never miss. Now the prizes. So many great stickers, a lovely and very comfortable Cleveland Moto beanie. I'll cherish it forever. The t-shirt is absolutely awesome and fits perfectly because he gave us his size.
Holy shit, you can do that?
Yeah, I'm planning to wear it on my flight to Korea, which departs from Houston at an obscenely early 5 a.m.
Oh my.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Moto shop rag is very cool. It even carries a subtle hint of motor oil, which I found strangely comforting. My whole shop smells like motor oil. And the tire
It's
gauge?
nostalgic.
Slightly used.
He says, and the tire gauge? Super convenient and already in my toolkit. Now, about the mysterious ceramic figure. My wife and I weren't quite sure what it was at first, so I took a picture and asked Gemini for help. That's AI. Gemini identified it as a Tanuki statue and gave me a bit of history. When I asked it about the small hole on the front and the larger one on the back, here's what I learned.
Oh.
Quote from Gemini. Regarding the holes on your Tanuki statue, it sounds like it might be a tokuri, which is a type of sake bottle. Here's why those holes likely exist. Small hole on the front. This is the spout for pouring out the sake. Large hole on the back. This is the opening for filling the tokuri with sake. Many Tanuki statues, especially those intended for practical use, are designed as sake vessels. The Tanuki's round belly makes a perfect container, and the spout is cleverly integrated into its form.
Shouldn't the hole be a little...
I don't know what they're talking about. My
Yeah.
Tanuki climbs on me and hangs out. I love my little buddy.
So it seems that you have a Tanuki statue that also serves as a traditional Japanese sake bottle. How neat is that?
What is a tanuki?
A Tanuki is a raccoon dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
like,
that's Tanuki.
Yeah, I'm looking at
That's
him like,
Tanuki.
is it
Yeah,
a
he's a raccoon
squirrel?
dog.
Is it
Yeah, it's a raccoon. Right?
Tanuki.
Tanuki drink! All right, so you can use it to serve sake or simply display it as a decorative and auspicious object. Auspicious. Later, when I told Gemini this was a gift from the good folks at Cleveland Moto Podcast, Gemini replied, "That's a really cool gift from the Cleveland Motorcycle Podcast folks. It adds an extra layer of interest knowing where it came from. Perhaps they have a connection to Japanese motorcycle culture. Or just thought it was a fun and unique gift. Either way, it sounds like a thoughtful present. Enjoy your sake serving. Good luck bringing Tanuki. I want to thank each and every one of you for the most excellent and thoughtful gifts. You really made my day. Keep on riding fast and taking chances. With much love from Texas, Gordon Tillman." Gordon Tillman.
Man.
Gordon Tillman, my
Here's the
friend.
Gordon.
His name is Gordon Tillman.
Tillman.
You have a career in writing, sir.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't have to edit one word of that. That was all you, baby. Well done, sir. I got to say, super neat. Yeah, super
Moto
neat.
hop ads. I hope no one's been using those holes wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what those are.
That's before or after it was sent to him.
It's a straw hole. Yeah, it's for tiki drinks. So I thought that was great. That was super neat. So one of our listeners sent us a thing and said, "Should I buy this?" And I'm going to go ahead.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm going to go ahead and throw this up.
Ooh,
All right, go ahead and throw it up.
Hi, Kurt Edwards.
zesty.
Kurt Edwards.
What up, Kurt?
Yay.
Hey.
We love you, Kurt.
Hey, Kurt.
So this came up.
It's $1. Yeah, take it.
I love the fact that the
$1.
I love the fact that the Ducati Passo 750 is by far, in my opinion, the least loved Ducati that's ever Ducati'd.
Yeah.
This one has a Fast by Faraci pipe on it. I'm sure it's awesome. And the fact that somebody bid $1 actual dollar.
Yeah.
The problem with this bike is that its cousin, the fucking Katana, is never popular.
This is an Italian Hurricane.
I was gonna say, remember, yeah,
Right.
this
A 1000. It even has the same fucking holes on the side.
It is a Japanese.
A
this
Hurricane
is,
1000.
Yeah, it's an
I
Italian
would buy that
Hurricane.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is, if you want to get into the Ducati club, my friend, this is
a good
the lowest
entryway.
cost of admission that you're ever going to get. You can get an old wrecked monster.
Yeah.
You'll spend more than this.
Yeah.
This bike is the redheaded stepchild of the Ducati family. This
I'm
is
in a Ducati group that, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have a Ducati, but
Right.
somehow someone,
You're in a
it's
group.
like, yeah.
It reminds
And-
me of the BMW K1.
yes, it should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything
It's still a
notoriously? Is there any like
that seat
notorious
actually looks
issue?
comfy.
What's that?
The 750, is it still
So
the
it's a
the
two valve.
Desmo?
So it's a 2-valve system, right? So it's very, very cheap and cheerful Ducati. It's going to be one of the Ducatis that's not going to bankrupt you.
Okay.
Now here's what I have to tell you about Italian plastics from this era.
Oh,
Okay, so plastic
brittle.
that was leaving Italy from this era didn't make it out of the fucking crate.
I say that's using the word loosely.
Yeah, plastic. Yeah.
It's like dusty.
It
Or
was
dust
truly
stickles.
Bakelite. It was just the most brittle shit on the planet. And the fact that this one exists and the 57 Zeus fasteners that are holding it together are all still present and accounted for tells me this bike has never been opened up. Like nobody's ever gotten inside
Right,
of
if
this
they
thing.
still have all those fasteners
This
on
lived
there,
in a
that's
living room.
Probably
It
stock.
probably
This-
came out of a crate last week.
No, that was the Pootie Tang fucking womanizer. Like it sat in the dude's apartment, and they were like, "Oh, do you
Yeah.
ride?" He was like, "Oh, I
That
do
was,
occasionally when I go to
it's
Europe."
a
and that
panty
was it.
peeler.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we go to the Shanky's camp?
Shanky's camp?
Shanky camp?
Okay.
He's cheating.
Just because I don't know. I mean, okay, so this is what I'm getting. It's like a
Is this what you were handed?
like a beer bottle with the label ripped off.
Okay. All right.
That's some sketchy.
And I think Chris
it's
Smith.
shanty.
There's shit floating in it too. But I tasted it, and it tastes peanut buttery.
Dude, it's
what's going on here,
it's
Chris?
screwball.
It's a trucker bomb.
It's nut liquor. It's nut liquor.
Was this made in prison?
That's just the Scooby.
It's turlet wine.
That's the Scooby dude.
Turlet wine.
What the fuck is going on with that?
Barf.
It's just a bottle with the label that came off.
Yeah.
So we,
What's inside?
the liquor called Screwball.
Okay.
The liquor called
That
Screwball.
has a peanut butter flavor.
It does.
So
Yeah, peanut butter whiskey.
the
The
peanut
tires
butter's
and
not
chunks in it.
dissolved.
Well,
It's
that's
just-
nuts.
So wait, so
These nuts.
let's
It's-
address this. You guys went from like really high-end whiskeys and shit like that
Yeah.
to now you're like, I got my peanut butter flavored Schnitzerdoodle. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
We're drinking schnapps now.
I've never
You're-
been so
you're gonna
happy
be
to not
drinking
drink.
Mad Dog. Before.
We're drinking cooking sherry.
I just want to personally apologize to everybody who sent in a bottle of top shelf bourbon.
Right. Yeah.
It's sort of embarrassing.
It is sort of embarrassing. But because of all the haters
only
out
for
there
a
that
few
said that
minutes.
this bike sat in somebody's living room, go ahead, throw that up, Sleepy.
Okay.
Nah, she got 15,000 miles on her.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I like it as a
15,000 miles on her.
Oh, so it's due for a rebuild.
that could have been a
and by-
Ferris Bueller thing.
And by the way, the speedometer and the odometer don't work, the turn signals don't work, and the carburetors need adjustment. Aside from that, she's cherry.
Wow.
Adjustment, that usually means they need to
Thus-
be removed and like sonically cleaned for like a week.
Tires are date stamped?
needs a quick tune-up.
He's still 87.
Oh no, really?
It is the panty peeler.
Right.
It's
21,
been in the
21.
No, that's not a 20. I don't think that's a. You think that's a 1?
That's 2-1-2-1.
Oh, yeah,
think it might be a
2-1-2-1. I think you're
2-1-2-1.
right. But that is an 087 if I've ever seen one. Yeah.
Oh my.
How is it not cracked? Oh, I see a crack.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
cracked.
it's cracked. It's
Yeah.
cracked to hell. Yeah, it
Wait,
is.
slide up there a little bit, Slick. Look at the,
I
wait,
get
a little more.
the
look
crinkle.
Look at the yeah. What is that? The seat or go?
I
up
think
one
it might
more.
be the seat.
That's the seat.
Oh,
That's the
the
leading
seat.
edge of
I
the
know.
seat.
I thought
That
the
is
same
still
thing.
in
I was
great
like,
condition.
Oh,
It is,
I mean,
pretty
come on.
yours.
For 1987
It
Jap,
just don't expect it to run.
for an Italian
Yeah.
plastic motorcycle,
Yeah,
that's
look at
remarkable.
that. That stuff, and
Oh,
it's
he's
not
got a
all.
little nail polish on.
This
there.
is, it's definitely been kissed
Yeah.
with some nail polish for sure.
I'm going to tell you my favorite part of this bike.
Yeah,
The way that exhaust aligns with the bodywork.
exactly.
It-
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
very
the
symmetrical.
the symmetric
That-
look.
Yeah, that is
Those
extraordinarily pretty.
Those Kajiva L0 wheels on it too, man.
This was
yeah.
the same year that my Honda Hurricane came out because I had
Well,
it.
because
And like they, at that year, they were like, everything must be inside plastic. Do not
And-
let
Oh,
any
yeah.
part of the motorcycle be seen.
And remember,
I
that-
love a Hurricane 1000.
Yeah, and remember, of this particular time frame, 1987, you couldn't have a
Those
Ducati
are my
unless you had
favorite
an
sport
elephant
bike
on
era.
the speedometer.
Oh, right.
I know that there's one on the gas tank.
There's the one on the gas
There's
tank.
several
Wait,
of
what
them
was the
stamped
point
all
of
over
the
the
elephant?
motors.
So the elephant, because the Kajiva and Ducati partnership
Yeah.
of the era. So the elephant was their little icon, their little animal. So that when Ducati and Kajiva got together and built an adventure bike, it was called the Kajiva Elephant, right?
Oh, yeah.
super cool!
Wait,
yeah,
isn't that one
Had a really
that,
big trunk in front.
What
the trunk and
didn't an American like Scott Harden or someone race that at Dakar?
Dakar.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
All right.
And if
Absolutely.
you look, the the Kajiva Mito was based on the 917, I think,
Right.
but look at like 1/4 scale. But I thought Kajiva briefly did a Paso 125.
I think they did.
I think they had
you're
the
right. I
itty
think they
bitty
did a pass
little
that one.
Oh,
Italian
my God.
mark
You might, that
125.
does look like
I
a
mean, most
Kajiva.
of these Italian, you look at Ducati, they had 50. They started
Oh,
out
my
building
God,
bicycles
yes.
or something.
Oh,
you
yes.
know.
There's a
Oh,
Kajiva Elephant over at Skidmark right now.
Oh, is there?
One of the members over there has been working on it for a while, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
Actually, it was a good-looking bike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they are cool. So, little show notes. So, those of you who are going to EICMA, Rich bitches. Oh, man. I can't afford to go to EICMA. I can't afford to. You're going to see Motorini bringing out some new shit. And one of the things that Motorini is bringing out, and there's no pictures of it yet, is the Motorini Kangaroo.
Oh.
And why you might be interested in the Motorini Kangaroo is from way back when I was a young fella. Motorini took their 3.5 motor, their V-twin 350, and put it in a dirt bike. A dirt bike with a V-twin. Well, that's ambitious. A couple of big honking side draft carburetors and a little tiny gas tank, and they said just unleash it in the dirt. Just go have fun. And by the way,
It had a pouch at the front too.
marsupial.
And you had the sneakers with the little
Right.
zippers on the
Yes.
side. You could put your shit
But
in.
the trick was they were competing. Their idea was they were competing against the Suzuki DR 350, right? Which was a great bike in its own, absolutely in its own right, right? And they built this adorable 350cc off-road motorcycle. But unlike all of the other off-road motorcycles of the day, this one had a thing that most of them didn't have, and that was called torque, because it had a V-twin in it. So the V-twin in it gave it a unique thing. And it turns out it was such a great idea, all the other manufacturers avoided it like the plague and went on building other motorcycles while Morini went
But it's
bankrupt. Yeah, it may be slow, but at least it's heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 1983, man. 1983, they did this shit.
I like the frame.
I'm still mad they named it the Calibro
Yes.
and not the Excalibur.
Yes, exactly.
They should have named it the
Calibro.
Excalibur.
They should have
Well,
named
but
it the
you gotta
Excalibur.
Italianize.
You do
it's
have to
gotta
Italianize it.
To
So-
me, the Escape doesn't have any Italian sound to it too much. It needed something.
To me, I think
Escape.
Africa, the Cape of Africa.
Well, okay.
Ex Capini.
Yeah. Right. It should have
Right.
been.
It should have been
Escapini.
something that was a little more Italian.
The capo.
I
So-
like that bike though, man.
I'm
It's-
curious to
There's
see.
a lot worse names.
Well, I'm curious to see what.
Is that going to be the 450 or the 3? We don't know. Well, I know they've got a 450,
and they have a 3.5.
and so they're going to have both.
So-
are they both going to be?
So we have been
dual sport
teased
type?
with. We have been teased with the, what do they call it? The
Well, and
ice trek ice.
it's like
the
some awful
the
name.
450 to be named later.
Yeah.
The ice Shrek or whatever.
Althrike.
Althrike. Thank you. The
Althrike.
Althrike.
It's
Right.
already in Europe.
But that's to be changed. It's already lost the Althrike. It was then supposed to be.
Like, how did they
Can't
go?
remember that, but they're supposed to not be the Althrike.
Wait, can we go back to this?
go ahead.
How did it get through meetings?
The
Like,
Veneta, the
Vettore.
the Vettore.
The Vettore.
Vettore. Yeah,
They
you're
go.
right.
I want a venti.
Right.
Yeah, but like, how does like the one that sounds
Vettore.
like like Nazi Germany? Like, how does that make it through the table and go like, "Yep, that's fine."
That one's
People are
good.
gonna love it.
Yeah.
That one's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool. We
It
can do
goes
that.
with the logo, the fascism.
That's
logo.
what I was
Right.
saying. It's insane.
Yeah. So go ahead and pull this up.
Eagles
So
are in.
yeah, do not think that this bike is called the Althrike. This bike is called the Vettore,
Vettore.
which, by the way, achieves the goal of it being a very Italian-sounding motorcycle.
I guess somebody's going to have to pay more money to not have him make that sound.
So
So
I guess your payment has worn off.
It's per episode.
this is the level. These 450s are now the hot.
it is going to be the absolute.
The Ibex 450. You've got this. You've got now the KLE 500.
The KLE 450. I mean 500.
Yeah, exactly. KLE 4
the
something
cable-
that
the-
they call it 500, rounded to
The
a 500.
KLE 450. No, 500.
Yeah.
You know, green bikes never die, right?
Green bikes never die. Yeah.
Well,
That
these
bike
are
right there-
white.
That bike looks like it might be a really good bike.
Again,
It-
Like, I'm really
Yeah,
excited.
I have
about
no
that
reason to believe it won't be.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no reason to believe
It'll
it won't
be
be a really
solid.
good bike.
What did they come out with the weight on it yet? Though?
Well, I'm sure because it's
Is
been
it
out in
released?
Europe now for a
Okay.
minute. Yeah. Yeah.
And
You
if
know,
you
if
go
you
to
ever
see
wanna
it at
ride it-
EICMA, there'll be a hot model sitting on it.
Yes.
Like that's always the best
Factual
part of
statement.
going to the
If you
European
ever-
shows. Is
If you ever
like,
want to do some light woods riding, I have an area.
Right. This is true. This is absolutely true. He's got a real good, and you can get down in the creek, and it's.
I
it's
built
sexy.
a bridge. I can
Oh,
get.
you did?
I can go for miles.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm
got to
in.
ride that Escape down that.
Yeah.
Bringing the
There you go.
Buscadero.
Oh yeah.
Let's go on a
The
fucking trail ride.
Buscadero.
Any day after work. you're
Oh,
welcome.
I'm in. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
so I mean, that 450 market segment is going to be a really, really strong market segment because again, you can do manufacturing in China and you can hit the whole planet, right?
Right.
And the 450 works because in the A2 license segment, you can easily build the bike out to match that secret, sub 60 horsepower number. That means you can sell into people that are on their second level of their licensure.
That's an A2 European. Okay.
Yeah, A2 European. So it becomes a friendly bike for those markets because
turbo.
that's a big part of your
CWC New
pretty
Zealand says Marini should revive the 1983 turbo concept bike.
What?
That one failed miserably from when I
Wait a
read
second,
about it. Maybe I'm
1983
thinking,
Marini Turbo?
What
I
does
was
this
maybe
entail?
thinking
It's a
of
concept bike.
Kajiva did something
Oh, this
like
is why
that.
we love the chat. Thank
I
you.
love the
Right,
chat.
right.
Yeah.
I love the fucking chat. By God, that's
my.
God, what a fucking mess this thing is. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an Italian website?
Well,
'Cause we
first of
talked
all,
about that.
yeah,
Well, you can
First
just
of all.
Google Translate
Right.
that.
yeah. Okay,
Oh.
this does look like a prop from future time bikers or something, right?
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, yeah, that is.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like Purple Rain.
I
Demolition
fucking love
Man.
it. Oh, I want it.
I look at that. That fairing is bad.
It's
That's
like this
a-
just missed a James
Who is
Bond
it?
movie in
That's
the
a-
80s. Like, this could have been a Bond bike.
That's definitely could have been a Bond bike.
Yeah.
yeah. This
I like that
motorcycle's not complete
The
unless
Spy
it's
Who Rode
jumping
Me.
over a police car.
It reminds me
Right.
of something like a Eastern European, like an MZ or something.
does.
And like the
Yeah.
bad,
This,
the,
yeah.
the Stasi would have been riding it.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like it could have been like the toe cutters' other fucking gang, but they were like more clean cut from the big city. Like, you know what I mean? They were the anti fucking KZ.
The socials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny when you look at this motorcycle and the bodywork screams what 1992 thought the future was going to look like.
yeah.
Right.
But then the tires scream 1965. This literally
There's
has
like no tread.
universal tread.
It's like straight. Yeah.
Those are old Continental universal tread.
I like how it has the Nike swoosh, but it's not swooshed. It's
No.
just straight all the way
It's
through
flattened
the
out.
bike.
Yeah, that is a Moto Marini turbo
Wow.
prototype.
Dude, if they would have put a round headlight in that, I would have came already.
I
2 round headlights.
That would
I
have
like
been
it with
a-
the square.
That would have been a
that to me.
shanky shot for sure.
But the seat, it does look like the seat was stolen off of Chris's Suzuki GS450E.
It does.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely grabbed
looks
his.
very
they got
far-
his seat.
I love when the seats have the padded fucking horn that comes up like 8
Yeah,
inches.
it's like,
onto
but
the
there's
gas
not
tank.
much there. Yeah,
Oh, you
It's still
mentioned
gonna
Chris's
hurt your
bike.
nuts.
I know where there's a the 450L, which is the buckhorn handlebar version of Chris's
Any
bike.
kind of Suzuki with an L avoided.
And
all
this is a
costs.
V-twin 500 with a turbo. And I'm going to tell you something about turbos.
in the 80s turbos. Yeah,
A turbo usually denotes a certain amount of spinny. So if you want to have a turbo on something, you generally need to have quite a bit of spinny. So, but V-twin 500s don't usually suggest a lot of spinny. As Honda found out with their CX650 turbo, that the one thing that lacked about it was it took so long to build up steam with that turbo that by the time the turbo said, "Hey, how you doing?" you were already at the top of whatever gear you were in, and the last thing you wanted was turbo.
It'd be like
Well,
if you put a
twin, though,
turbo
will
on
get
an
a little
NC
more exhaust
750.
pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do with that?
Right.
You're gonna do anything.
Exactly.
even if the V twin still gets a little exhaust pressure, it's still not you're gonna have a ton of lag.
It's going to be lag.
And most you don't know
Yeah.
the size of that turbo.
This is a
like,
lag wagon.
And is it going to be one of those things where when
Oh,
the turbo
lag
kicks
wagon.
in, does it get dangerous very quickly?
Well, you can't have one turbo. You have to have 2 really small turbos.
That's today's
That's
way
today's
of-
technology.
Today's they do a compound. You do a small turbo for
And a
the low
medium
end and a
turbo.
bigger
Yeah.
turbo.
Yeah. Well, that's something, man. Thanks for that tip, because I am so glad that you're out there, because the Motorini 500 Turbo prototype is kind of sexy. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like that. I approve. Super, super cool. Yeah, that's something.
Someone's got to bring that to vintage days.
Again, it's a prototype.
see-
It's
yeah, I
sitting
know,
in
yeah.
it's sitting in like the basement of the Marini.
Yeah, right.
in
Anyway, if
Milan.
anybody's interested in I guess it would be a GS450L
Yeah.
with 800 miles on it. I know where it's at. And
GS450L.
L.
It's
Yeah,
weird. It's
it's
like
the
Chris's
fucking-
bike, but it's the sway back.
When I first
Oh, it
lost,
is the swayback.
When
yeah.
I first lost my license, I learned about L's because the court order was to sell my sport bike, and I had to buy a standard bike if I wanted to ride. And so
They
I
made
bought.
you buy. They can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Unless it's
yeah.
a
You can't
It
buy a
was-
sport bike.
Well, it was a creative judge
Court
where he
order.
was like, "I'll either take your license for a year, or if you sell your bike, I'll let you take your license, but you have to show me that you sold the bike."
Oh,
You know, and then if
Yeah.
I didn't, then I would have got the other fine. And then I said, "Well, can I have a motorcycle to drive to work?" He goes, "A standard motorcycle." I said, "Okay." So I bought a 550, a GS 550L with the fucking awful seat and everything.
Oh, pull this
yeah,
picture
yeah.
up. Because very rarely does a motorcycle violate the
that's
rule
right.
of your
That
back
is-
seat should not be
No, I
higher
had
than
one.
your
I had the
speedometers.
550 that looked almost like.
That's what I had, a
I
550,
had
a
a
black one.
550. Mine was black. We called it Purple Rain.
Yeah, it was
But,
terrible. But I did have more girls ride on that than any sport bike.
It was
For
so
some
comfy.
reason, yeah,
Well,
they would just jump the
because-
fuck
yeah,
on
it's
it.
so
Yeah.
sport
The
bikes are
dentist
like-
who Peggy works for, I guess her sister has one of these sitting in the garage. I got a picture of it. It's black.
Wait, the dentist Peggy What did you say?
The dentist that my wife works for,
Oh, okay.
Dr. Mueller.
Oh, Peggy. Never mind.
Bueller.
I was like, wow.
Is it safe?
Yeah. Is it safe? But again, Suzuki proved that they could make a nice looking bike. Chris owns it. It's
he
the
does.
same year, right? They
I was
can
gonna do a
build.
cafe racer out of mine. But
Yeah, I mean, come
The
on,
back is
man.
So,
Chris is already a cafe racer.
yeah, Chris's is dope.
Yeah, I
It's a
mean,
match to my 850.
they know how to build a pretty bike. They do.
Oh, yeah.
They know how to make a bike that's kind of a sexy looking bike.
Oh, dude, the GSXR 1989 GSXR, the white, blue, and fucking dark blue one.
Yeah.
That was a fucking. Oh my god, I'd be in the woods whacking it, looking at those fucking bikes, dude. And then the first time I saw an 1100 with the red and fucking black, and the dude had the yellow fucking headlight blackouts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, I was pinching my nipples. That thing was so sexy. Holy fuck.
You seem to fuck yourself a lot.
he does.
Oh. Well, I couldn't
Lotta-
afford them, so all I could do was fucking, just look at them and just fucking want it.
You're just like fucking yourself every day. I think.
Oh, when I finally got a bike, my dick was black from soot. Just fucking.
So if you go ahead and
All
throw
right.
this
It's
picture
instead
up.
of the
Before we
I
go in
love
too deep,
motorcycles.
if you pull this picture up, this actually is a good looking
Kind
motorcycle.
of looks
is.
like the BMW.
It
like,
does.
Chris, I have that fairing in my garage.
I like the fair.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
that. I have. It's a green one. It's basically the same
Oh.
fairing. Smith, we got to put that on your
What
bike.
is that?
dude.
Is that the
I've been
GS?
talking to you
This
for
was
like
the E.
10 years about
The E.
that.
Okay, we got to
So
do that.
we didn't get many
Yeah,
of them in America.
cocksucker.
Yeah, and when I came, that German, my German ex-wife, when we got to America, she was like, "I don't want a scooter anymore. I don't want a Vespa. I want a real motorcycle."
Wow.
And I found one of these, cheap as chips, in the exact same paint livery, the Starbucks or the Battlestar Galactica paint scheme. Where it's the Tweaky paint scheme.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
silver
yeah.
bike with blue, blue trim. And Chris had that exact same bike. So it's a beautiful, it's a really, really nice looking bike. And it is 1980 period correct. Like that bike has what
it's
80s
it's
styling
cool.
should have
Fuck
been.
yeah.
Yep.
That bike comes with the synthwave soundtrack.
Yes, it does.
You got to have like a Walkman,
Yep.
like built.
You get
in
on
the
it and it instantly
side,
goes.
you
Dun,
know.
dun, 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 dun.
Chris would like to say something.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
So I also bought a parts bike from you.
Yes.
Same year as a black with red pinstripes
Yes,
on it.
indeed.
So where'd that one come from?
We have no idea.
Okay.
I can't recall.
Hey, here's
I
a-
filed that into lost information a long time ago.
Here's an interesting one.
Yeah. Okay, we have Strobet MP98 or Strobed MP988. I don't know if this is Vapor Smoke Show, but I've seen something about the Harley Davidson's VR2.
So V-Rod 2.
Right, I guess it's supposed to have the 1250 out of the Pan America.
Oh, that would make sense.
Right, they're going to bring back the V-Rod. Oh,
That is a rumor,
the
but if that,
VR2.
that's just a rumor, guys. If you're listening, rumor, but that would be fucking dope. I'd be in for that. Because
Yeah,
they just brought the Pan America ST out, which is like the street going version,
Right.
which now it's 150 horsepower, like basically track bike that you can also tour on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, this, again, be careful, guys. AI has had its way with this. AI has so had its way
Yeah,
with
you
this.
can't even tell.
You can't,
anymore. You're like,
these
what?
things are like, these images that are up are so not what the bike is going to be. This is so evil.
The worst is clueless, like boomer dudes, where like they left the Sora fucking thing.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the
Oh,
video,
no.
and they're still
Like,
like
Sora,
they're still
make me-
saying it. And they're like, oh, look at this guy. He said that. And you're like, bro, it literally says it's AI, like right next to it.
Literally says it's AI. Yeah. So what I think is probably the most accurate image, there's a couple out there that are just some real fucking wish and a prayer kind of things, but
Like the new Goldwing with that picture I posted.
Oh my gosh, yes.
yeah,
That was so good.
the Goldwing with the roof.
The motorhome.
Oh,
Yeah.
motorhome.
The motorhome Goldwing.
Yeah, the Goldwing with the roof is pretty
Goldwing.
sexy.
I just saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Yeah,
Love.
you're like, yep, there you go. So this,
Every
I think,
day
is
is
probably, I think it's probably closer to the truth. You want
got
to pull that
something?
up?
All
yeah,
right,
go ahead,
let's take a
throw it
look.
up. That's probably closer to the truth.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
sexy as fuck.
I find different sources that are all kind of pointing to this.
That looks like the Power Wheels Harley Davidson they put out a couple of years ago.
Kind of, yeah, it does.
I don't like the exhaust. The
Gross.
exhaust
Get
has
the
to
fuck
go.
out of here. Fucking change the channel.
I'd take the fucking radiator.
I'm with you,
slide
Johnny.
and change it, but I like
Yeah.
it, man. I like
It looks like that. What was the one with the crazy name? The War Eagle fart bag or whatever it
No,
was.
it does not.
The royal fucking.
It looks like
Yeah,
a
that
Diablo.
Yeah.
Thunder Chicken Alligator Talon.
Right, exactly.
I see what they're doing. They're bringing the fucking, they're
Shut the fuck up.
muscle bike.
Let's see the original V-Rod.
Where's your mic here? I gotta cut this out.
Just because I enjoy motorcycles,
A little
Well,
too
you know
much.
what? You know what? Take
You've established that already.
take the Pan America motor and put it in a fucking road race bike, and now you're talking.
Right. Yeah.
Well, they kind of did.
There you go.
just
Go ahead and
I
throw
guess
that
it's,
up.
Oh, okay.
This is, I mean,
well, no, that they throw it in. Oh,
as far as I am concerned, if somebody says,
The
would you
classic.
like to own a V-Rod? This is the V-Rod I would own.
With a
because it's the
reinforced second gear.
original, yes, exactly. This is the original
I
V-Rod.
mean, Arnold
Right.
Schwarzenegger comes to your house to deliver.
Yeah, he
it.
delivers it. Right. I liked everything about this. I liked the dumb, solid wheels. I
Why-
liked...
Why, whenever I see one of those, I see the Kimco VNOX sitting right
It is a
next to
Kimco VNOX, exactly, right. And this can only be parked out in front of your Airstream trailer. Right. Yeah. Next to your P51D Mustang. Right.
I dare you.
Yeah. That's where that motorcycle should only ever be
What, do
seen.
you-
I mean,
not
the
like
aluminum is
Do
going
you
to
not
be.
like this one?
Yeah, I do. What's wrong with the V-Rod? I'd
The
take
V-Rod's better. The old
one.
one's
If
way
they
better
had
than that new
gears that
piece of
didn't
shit.
turn to cheese, I'd own one.
Yeah, I mean, and again, and everybody who owns one of these will tell you it's like the best of both worlds. Porsche motor, Harley Davidson bike. And I was like, no, not the best of both worlds. Not the best of both worlds. No, I get it. You fell for the marketing.
I don't
Not the best of
They
both
were like,
worlds.
these genetics are going to produce an amazing kid, and then they came out and they're like,
We got a guy in our neighborhood who has been hate fucking one of these for about 15 years. And he went, the first time he came by the shop, he had no first.
Oh,
No, wait, the first time he came by the shop, he had no second gear. And I said, it's okay, you can work around that. And then the second time he came by the shop, he had no first gear. So now he's been driving at 345, right? Oh. And he goes past the shop every day at full chat. And he's got one of the very last V-Rods where they snuck that super large 200 series tire on the back of it.
yeah.
And
It's like a Corvette tire.
and yeah, this thing is pop riveted and duct taped together. This bike has just seen one too many DUIs. And and you can hear him coming before you can see him. And all I can think about is like all the time and energy that went into the R&D of that motor just to have this guy neglect it hard for 15 years. Yeah, it's really, really seen some shit.
So when it came out, though, like the Harley crowd kind of rejected it.
Yeah,
right?
hard.
Hard, right?
Hard.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. You had to park
Well, it was-
behind the Sportster 883.
It was everything they
They
hated
don't
in a
even wave at
motorcycle
you.
technology.
Wave at you. Sorry, Hoss, I can't see you behind that radiator.
Harley's only, sir.
Sorry, I'm waving.
There ain't no stinking water.
Yeah, it's
What are you talking
fucking
about?
dude. No Harley ever had a Gadiator. Yeah,
Whoa,
that's
wow.
what it is. I just came up with that. I'm pretty proud of myself. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so that's that. Jesus fucking Christ! I'm telling you, every once in a while you're like, yeah, the internet's a pretty bad place, and then you see something like this, and you're like, no, people are worse. Take a Sleepy, throw that up. I just threw up, so Sleepy can throw that up.
Well,
There you go.
What is that thing?
oh,
That's our
look
V-Rod.
at the tire, man. Yeah.
That really, I've never seen that.
That's
version.
no, you didn't see that because that's what happens when you let a guy have meth and a V-Rod.
That's terrible.
and a lot of AI.
Oh.
I think. I don't. Yeah.
The funny part is,
In the
Big Dog made this
Oh, it
and
does
they
have a
called it
jack
the pit bull.
shaft. Yeah, it has a jack shaft. It might be real.
I think
the
that's
license
real.
plate
That might be
just
a real
cleans
one.
the tire off.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
Are they doing the thing they do with a Ruckus where they put like the tire on, but it's too small for the rims?
So here's the thing, though. Okay, when you have the
Stretch.
forward controls and the flat bars like that, like, you're just fucking like you're just in a constant, almost touching your toes. Fucking, there's no way you're driving that thing for more than 20 minutes.
Someone
No,
should
you
throw
don't have
ape
to.
hangers on that thing.
Look, the front tire is 24 inches or so. The back tire is 24 inches wide. It's a 300 series back tire. It literally says,
Yeah.
I think it might even say 360 on the
I was
tire.
gonna say, yeah, that's bigger than a
Yeah,
300.
it's big. It's big. As much as we can say, like, yeah, I think this is AI. AI wouldn't have known to put a 4-inch spacer on the non-functioning shock
Yeah.
absorber.
And a jack
Right?
shaft too.
Yeah, and a jack shaft, exactly. So
It
I
might
mean,
have been able to stretch something out a little bit. stupid.
Yeah.
Why do I envision Shaq riding that?
Oh yeah.
Didn't Shaq have? He had
something
custom
big
He had
like
OCC built him like a 1
Yeah,
3/4 size chopper.
Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah, what? I'm serious.
Shaq should be driving a M109. That is.
Well, yeah, that would be the obvious bike for Shaq, but it'd still be too small for him. Yeah, it would still be not
Dude,
big enough.
look it
for
up.
Shaq.
Look up Shaq's chopper.
Okay, all
OCC
right.
chopper. I think it.
OCC.
Yeah, I think it looked like a fucking step ladder, dude. It was so big. If I remember it correctly, I might be wrong on that.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Okay,
you're
you
not.
found
You're
it?
not even slightly
Oh
wrong.
yeah, I
Okay.
can see that.
Yeah,
from here.
you're not even slightly wrong. I'm trying to find a picture with him on it for scale. So yeah, okay.
I mean, it's fucking giant. The bike was huge.
well, with him on it, it looks remarkably in scale.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But then you got to have someone next to it.
When
like
you look though at
Paulie
Paul
or
Senior
whatever,
standing
yeah.
next to it, the mirror's over his fucking head.
Yeah.
You got it?
Right? Yeah, go ahead, throw it
All
up.
right.
So like when you look at that, it literally looks like he's sitting on a 250 Virago.
Hey, look at the
Yeah,
engine.
yeah.
Look at the
That's a
engine.
2300 cc motor, and it looks like a 250 Virago.
And it's funny, it looks like one of those plastic motorcycles with the little plastic
does.
It's like one of
motor
those
in it.
ice bear, choppers.
a Martin
Like
Monster.
it's actually a lay
Right.
down motor with a fake V twin on the top.
It's a Kicker 5150. Right. Yeah, that is it. Yeah, that's a huge human being making that motorcycle.
I think the custom
look
forks
tiny.
alone.
Yeah, look at
was
that. The
like-
forks are like 5 inches thick.
You would think
Yeah,
they
yeah.
would put a bigger front tire on it.
I think that's the biggest you could have bought in that day.
Back then,
Probably.
yeah.
I think that was the biggest bike, the
Yeah,
biggest
because they
tire.
could have milled it, but they probably didn't have any
Yeah,
rubber.
that was like 2000, early 2000s.
You didn't have the
maybe.
37-inch pizza cutters you got
Right.
now.
When you throw the picture up of Shaq next to Paul Senior on the ride, there is no first perspective there.
Oh my god!
See, does it look like an aluminum
Yeah.
ladder?
Oh man,
That's what I remember.
Yeah,
It
it
looks
does
like an
look like
aluminum
And
ladder.
this is pre AI
It's the,
Photoshop shit, and it looks
it's
so
the little giant.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it is. It is a little giant folding ladder. Yeah, that's God. What a thing. Oh my God. Hey, I get it.
I knew a guy that was trying to market giant choppers. This guy was like 6'6". He lived down in Georgia, and they were called longbows.
Longbow.
And,
Really?
yeah, but the guy unfortunately had a early demise.
Oh, he did?
But I think he did produce some like custom ones, but never got like the production line going. But I don't know if there's any online footprint or a record of it or anything. But
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, the AH-64 helicopter is called a longbow.
Well, the
Okay.
problem
Right.
is you search longbow and you're going to end up with Rakitas.
Okay.
this guy was
that's-
like in
that's also
Rome,
what
Georgia, or
some of those
Marietta,
were called.
Georgia, somewhere up there.
Yeah. I'm desperately trying to.
410 Goldwing, right?
Moto
That's
Smith says he makes Paul Senior look like a 4'10" gold.
Yes, he does. Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is a ridiculously
Yeah.
big motorcycle. Yeah, that's bonkers. That's something, man. I get it. I give it to you. That's some crazy shit.
I have some breaking news.
Yes.
Ready?
Breaking.
So, Phil, you should be super excited today.
Yes.
Yesterday, Continental announced and released that they just released the TK80 2.
The TKC 80
Two.
Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Improved in all the manners. The squares are now more square,
The squares are squarier.
and they're divided more. And
Yeah.
that's about all I noticed.
Yeah. Hey, again, I don't have a problem with that. I have never had a problem with TKC 80s, despite the recall.
Most of your bikes usually wear TK.
I love the TKC 80
Yeah.
because of the recall.
Because of the recall. Right. Some people turned that into a job.
Uncle Pete cornered the market on
Cornered the market.
TKC 80.
Hey, got any of the used TKC 80s over there?
I know how to make them new again.
Hey, buddy, you got any TKC 80s in your garage?
Absolutely. Yeah, the TKC 80 is still absolutely one of my favorite tires ever. No complaint whatsoever. So now what they're doing is, if you want to pull this up, I'm just going to show the secret. The secret sauce is an asymmetrical block pattern. So the block pattern is now asymmetrical. So now it's, instead of just being like, you're either, center or right, center or right, center or right. Now it's center, right, left, center, right, left, center, right, left. So I don't know. I guess it just doesn't have as much of a paddle wheel function, I guess. Whatever. I don't care. It still looks cool. Yeah, I love it. I'm still in.
Any Mad Max builds will do just fine with
Well,
these.
TKC 80 was one of the OG like adventure tires.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were.
Did they make a lot of noise? I mean, you're on there.
They weren't that bad.
Okay.
The longevity on the road, if you went
And they
anywhere
were
on the road.
surprisingly good on the wet. Like they really handled well on the wet.
Yeah. Yeah, I have them on that BMW R9T Urban 40th Anniversary Edition GS that I got. Yeah, that's a lot. But what's funny is it gives you a hand and testicle massage as you're riding.
And what,
Oh, yeah.
what year is that bike, Phil?
2022.
Okay, so my 2006 1150 GSA, those were the stock tires that came on that bike. So that's been running for almost 20 years.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And yeah, my bike came with it from the factory. That's what was on them. And if I so inclined, I could get the recall to give me brand new tires because mine were pre-recall tires. So my bike is shod with tires that qualify for the recall that Pete's talking about.
What do you have to do with the old tires?
They
To send them in or
scrap 'em,
anything? Or?
brown.
You could just take them to Cycle Gear or whatever.
Right.
They give you
Yeah.
a new
But you have to
tire
turn
on-
them in somehow.
Yes,
Supposedly.
correct. Yep.
So you have to burn the fuck out of them. You could take them back and after a big burnout, right?
Sure, that's what I did.
I took them off my bike immediately because they were unsafe.
Thank you, Pete. I did the same thing. Yeah. Yeah.
They just happened to be worn out at the time.
right.
I was lucky to escape with my life.
That was exactly it.
They're very unsafe.
Yeah. I pointed over at my motorcycle with those unsafe tires on, and I said, I'll take another set, please.
After I wear these out.
And then I'm going to leave these here when I bring them back to you. Yeah, that's exactly right. I promise you, I still think it's a great tire. I will fight for this tire. I love this tire. I think it's one of my favorite tires. And I'm not a person that goes off-road. Pete actually goes off-road. I just think they look sexy as fuck. I'm in it only for the posing value. That's it.
Hey, the looks.
Yeah,
That's,
that is
that's what
it.
gets the chicks.
I'm going to
you
be the
know?
only guy out there with armor all on my TKC 80s. Yeah. Fuck it. They look cool. Yeah.
Chicks don't look at motorcycles. Case in point was Steve Sleepy picking up chicks on his GS 550L.
Right.
Yeah, right. They
Yes.
looked
The
at the
seat's
seat and they
comfortable.
said, "Ooh, look at that. That
This-
looks comfortable."
The L stands for limited. It stands
Yeah.
for lame.
Yeah, it does.
Ladies.
It says that my license is in suspension or something.
I'm only allowed to go this fast. Yeah.
I'm being punished.
The judge said I can have this much fun.
He was pleased with my motorcycle choice.
Oh, was he? Yeah, he was like, yeah,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
you'll never go
Well,
fast.
That's a loser bike.
that'll slow you right
Won't
down.
get yourself in
Take
trouble
that,
there.
take that
See?
to Tinker's Creek on Saturday and watch.
I had a Honda Rebel picked out for you, but
Yeah.
sir, you've gone plaid.
That is cromulent for my needs.
Cromulent.
Well, that would have
man.
that would
So
have been about
I see you found Jerry Lee Lewis's bike.
Yes.
that would have been about the same era as the Rebel 450, which only existed for a brief period of
Right.
time.
But that was
and
the
was
era.
just
That
that.
was
era.
That's for the over-the-top rebels.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa, settle down.
Rebel.
Settle down. Leave some pussy for the rest of us, pal. That Rebel 450, man. Back off.
That's for-
Way-
Does that have the E-clutch?
That's when you're feeling extra rebellious.
Yeah.
But ironically, those were one of the first tubeless tires, spoke tires I ever saw.
Comstars, baby.
Nice.
No,
No.
those aren't Comstars. Those are wired rims.
Were they really?
Look, up.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No, it literally is a tubeless spoked wheel.
My God, I did
Yeah,
not know that.
BMW
I'm
has
so
those, a
excited
lot of
about
people
that.
have them.
No, this is like
Yeah.
84-ish.
Oh my God. A 190 by 18 and a 140/90 15 because tires should be hard to buy, right? And right, don't want to give you anything that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't want to
Make
give you
it
any tires that
really
are easy to find, right? Son of a brisket.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, those are some deep fucking grooves. No shit.
Yeah, the first time I
got a
ever
pick?
changed
I
tires
got a pick.
on
Pull
one,
it up.
shocked the hell out of me.
They are not BMW style. These are reaching hard to a center ridge.
Yep.
So yeah, they're not going to be fun.
Well, that's like, so I was always thinking about trying to get some tubeless ones for my Africa Twin.
Yeah.
And obviously you could buy the brand new ones, but there's some from, the eBays that are like $1,200 for the set, and that's what they are now. They have like the center ridge.
Center
like that.
ridge and not enough of a deep groove to make tire changing fun. And it does appear to be. Am I wrong in thinking that looks like an alloy? Or is that
does.
chrome?
I don't know.
That looks like
Aluminum rim.
It does look like an aluminum rim, doesn't
I
it?
think if I remember, they were alloy. The one I worked on was pretty ratty. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's going to be like, if those tires have been on for more than 5 years, that is going to be a struggle fuck to get those off because that drop channel's not real deep. Yeah. That's going to take a whole lot of warmth. Yeah, but those are definitely tubeless. Rock on. Way to go, Honda. I'm impressed. And Tom for knowing that
Just
shit.
say, way to go,
Stupid
Tom.
trivia.
Random
about
motorcycle
rims,
shit.
I was
I think he's going to be the Honda Whisperer from now on.
No, he's
No, it's going to be the Honda rim job.
The Honda Screamer.
It's the new Sprint. Oh, okay, that's.
Oh, my God.
Oh boy,
but
it's $6,000 then, right? That's the new Sprint.
It's a new Sprint. The new Sprint. The new Harley Davidson Aramaki Sprint.
AMF.
The AMF Aramaki Sprint 350.
I think that's going to be go the way of the Livewire. They're going to tease it. It's going to be around for years. They're going to sell 50 of them, and then that'll be it.
I want them to
Change
sell
it.
Aramaki sticker kits.
They'll change the name of it to the Shart.
I was thinking Shortster.
Yeah, the Shortster. Exactly.
Shartster.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's super.
The Shortster.
I have a close up of those rims just because I had to bring it up, just because it's super cool.
Sleepy is itching to say something.
I know.
know.
Sorry,
Just wanted
Sleepy.
to
He's going to tell us how he masturbates to him.
I was gonna say.
Oh wait, we got to see these rims.
You guys were talking about the rims, so I was
would
going to
fuck
tell
those
you.
rims.
I redid the thing on the CT, and I forgot how fucking awesome it is to have rims that come apart.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Split
like,
rims.
how am I going to fit these giant? Oh, that's right.
Split rims, baby.
And then 5 minutes later, the wheels together, and it's awesome. Like,
I'd fuck those rims
So
real hard.
if you for the
that was like at least 2 weeks worth of.
for
Damn
the
it, stop doing that.
for
Bad
the
nipples.
for the nerds at home, this is going to have that unique Honda combination of somehow they made spokes that rust
Ooh.
hooked into a wheel of the finest Japanese Acront or Araya aluminum, right? You're like, this is probably the greatest aluminum that ever got forged, like on a metallurgical standard, and then they hooked spokes into it
Crappy
that rust when you
spokes.
look at them. Those spokes were oxidizing at the dealership.
So it's the
Yeah.
channel. Those spokes have to go through that channel. Like
Yeah,
they
got to go through that
bend.
ridge.
Yeah.
They got to go through that ridge.
So where are the adjusters on the hub then?
Yeah.
That's weird. They're
is weird.
they're reversed.
That's fucking.
Well, there's a
weird.
reason they only used it
Yeah.
on one motorcycle.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Well, that's kind of how like the BMWs are, right?
Yeah.
Because they pull through the sides, and you have to adjust in the middle.
You got it. Yeah, that's exactly right. So yeah, pretty cool. And you can get a set of them. Well, there's a front wheel for $199. So if you want such a thing, if you just need a 2.5 by or a 215 by 18 wheel that's tubeless,
No,
for
it is
your
on
project.
eBay. Are
If
you
you-
sure that patina is legit and not just painted on?
If you
No,
scour,
no.
You pay
if you
extra
scour
for
Marketplace
patina.
hard enough, you'll find one that says free next to it.
He sells that patina creator. I just call it used battery acid and just spray it on your shit, and it looks
Dude,
in,
when we
in
go-
like
Just
2
call
weeks.
leave it out in the
So,
yard.
Yeah, it's just
I don't have to go to SEMA next week, which is freaking awesome. But
That's
every time
cool.
we go to these shows with Summit, like we have like you're there and you see the cars with all the fucking fake patina, and I hate them.
Yeah.
There's like fucking $200,000 cars that they could have had a nice paint job. Instead, they have a really shitty patina. Like, I'm gonna take the green and we're gonna fucking sand it and
Yeah.
show the red, but it's just you can't do it. It just looks
well,
bad.
they end up looking like fake remanufactured Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, or the guitars that you buy
Right.
new, but somebody beat the fuck out of them for like whatever reason.
I agree.
Ugh.
I
Ripped
agree.
jeans that you buy ripped.
Pre-ripped jeans, exactly.
Yeah.
Pre-ripped jeans, yeah. Those are tactically ripped. Yeah, we used to sit in study hall and make our jeans rip that way, geometrically ripped study hall jeans. Yeah, and my mom would shit her pants. She'd be like, "Do you know how long I had to work to buy you those jeans?"
You raise your blade again, you're like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Doing the thing. So again, because Brendan's here, all right. A little bit about yourself. Let the folks at home know, where do you work?
I'm a editor for PowerSports Business Magazine. I live in Akron, but our company is in Minnesota. So,
Right.
EPG Media. They do Snowgoer, Rider Magazine, American Rider. I'm probably missing
boat stuff? Don't you
We do a
boat stuff?
boating industry magazine. Yep.
wow,
We do an
Easy
outdoor
Rider. I
power.
didn't know that magazine.
No, Easy Rider is coming back. Yeah. No models though.
Yeah.
It's all guys. now.
Just dudes.
It's just dudes. But yeah, no, Easy Rider. But yeah, we have American Rider, which was Thunder Press before. And,
Okay.
yeah. But, I've been in the industry for a few years, a couple of decades. Well, probably a decade.
And you
a half,
also did
15 years.
some muscle car stuff,
And I
right?
did automotive. Yes,
Yeah.
I worked on an automotive. I've worked on several automotive magazines, but wrote about engines every month for about 20 years.
Yeah,
That's why I know turbo,
Right.
engine stuff. I love geeking out on that stuff. And with the bikes, there's some cool engines out there. It doesn't matter if it's 350 cc or 350 cubic inches. I'm like, hey man, it's an engine. It's cool.
Yeah. So you guys I just listened to episode 39 of your podcast.
Yeah, we've only got 39.
Right,
You guys
not
are up to like
525,
520
right, exactly.
million.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah.
Like 22.3 years or what was the
Hey,
fuck you came up with?
if you listen to it all in a row,
Yeah.
you die.
That's right. You
Yeah.
complete the matrix.
If you right, exactly. And when you'll literally see yourself listening to it. You'll be like, what the fuck? I've been here a long time.
When you get to the last episode, magically the first one just starts.
It starts
And you're
again.
like,
Yeah.
That's exactly
It
it.
opens a gate and everything. It's like the Newhart
Well,
show.
we
You
lost
wake up.
a bunch. We lost a bunch of our episodes, and we had some of our listeners found them. And so what I've been doing is I've been sort of peppering in. If we have to take a week off or something, I'll pepper in an old episode. But we're
yeah.
doing them in order.
Did we ever
Okay.
get them the box? So I bumped into the people that rescued the things at Mid-Ohio this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was great. So yeah, these guys loved the show so much that their dad was like really into it. So he recorded every single one
Right.
and then had them fucking like filed in.
Sent me a
order.
CD-ROM.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
now
so
that's
sent me,
serious.
Yeah, sent me some stuff.
Dude,
I
our
mean,
listeners-
I used to get prison letters from guys.
Oh,
like,
dude, our listeners
hey,
are the best. Our
man.
listeners don't fuck around.
Yeah.
We have the best.
Yeah, it wasn't
listeners.
Patreon. It was throw $5 in my commissary.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
let us
You
all
draw
start
like,
the
I
same-
can't wait to
hey.
get out and work on engines again.
Hey, sexy.
Yeah.
Hey, can you spray a little WD-40 on the next one you mail me?
Yeah, I need to smell that again.
Sleepy makes the noise.
How about some exhaust soot?
So, well, you've been doing great though. You've been getting really good interviews. So you've
Yeah,
been getting
trying
really
to.
cool interviews. Got some really cool people in the industry going, and I think that's great. And I like podcasts that I can listen to. Our podcast is obviously it's a clown show. It's what we are. We're having a good
It's
time.
awesome. It's
we're talking
amazing.
about motorcycles. We're going to learn some stuff. We're going to give you some intel. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we're here to have a great time and be stupid. But you're actually interviewing people in the industry. And that's
we
good.
try to be serious.
And we are
but I'm not
professionals at that
serious.
second part.
I mean, I try semi-professional.
Right.
That's
I-
about as high a level as I get, But
I'm a fan. So you had the Motorini 700.
yeah.
So
yes, Escape.
Sleepy had it first.
Oh, did you? Okay. So you put those 200 and some 300.
We put a
miles
couple
on it.
bones.
What's funny is Matt was there the day it showed up. So
Well, how tall? You're a big dude, though. So you're.
I'm 5'10".
yeah.
Are you? Oh, okay.
I'm not huge.
I must be.
I didn't know
4'10",
they
but,
stack
yeah.
shit that high.
Yeah, don't judge my penis. It doesn't represent my height. I'm sorry.
Right.
it's the
Much
girth.
shorter.
Yeah, yeah.
We tried
Yeah.
to, we couldn't find it.
That's why we call him tuna can. The
But
Well,
I love the Escape.
it was
the
funny
Moto Marine.
because
Yeah.
so Motohop Matt happened to be at the shop the day it showed up. So it was sitting out in the crate, kind of like taunting us, like looking at us seductively from inside its crate. Hey guys, you know what you up to?
Open it up.
Open it up.
Open.
So Tom and me and Matt went out and opened it up.
Did it have 0 miles?
Oh yeah, nothing. It's brand new,
that's
fresh
what I
bike,
figured, yeah.
0 mile bike, absolutely 0 mile bike. And so we undo the crate. You got to get the impact drivers out because when they put these things together, they run them together with 13 millimeter bolts.
Oh, yeah.
and it's just zap zap, and there's so much anger. And cross thread, we don't care. Go for it.
Yeah.
Yep. And so we
They're
take.
like,
Oh,
we don't have to
yeah.
deal with it. We're just shipping it.
Yeah, and we're taking the crate apart, and the Jawas are circling like, that's steel. And we're like, yeah, that's steel. That's 1-inch angle iron for you,
Yeah.
buddy. And the Jawas are just like, yeah, we'll take every stick as you get done with it. We're going to take it all away. And we got the thing done. We got it out. And then Matt really helped us a lot getting the thing out of the crate because it's always a treat. Like, we got a thing to make it happen and make it easier. Still a battle. And so we got it prepped up, got the thing prepped up, kind of went through it, spent some time learning how the camera works, spent some time kind of learning how the navigation system and the audio
I
works.
never got any of it.
Sleepy
to
got it
work.
just like that. Yeah.
And
It
now
was-
you're on an iPhone.
No, I'm on like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
This phone literally
Dude, you're
is.
gonna have to show.
I got on the
well,
Pixel.
You have to have the Huawei.
No, but like
Yeah.
you have to download the thing.
I did download that.
Really?
It kept saying like that you haven't paid for this.
Oh no, that was the wrong screen. So
Yeah.
that was for the media thing.
That's for the
So
media.
you have to pay for the media thing. There's a screen below that where it would pull the camera because my buddy was in front of me. I was like,
Okay.
dance, and it
so
recorded
you could do
it.
the camera, but you
Yeah.
couldn't do.
Yeah.
Did you hook
No,
up to? The, okay.
I could hook. No, you couldn't because that's what you have to pay for is to get all your phone connected.
So I
I-
could get the camera going.
Yeah.
And okay.
So I went to the
that's-
I clicked because it's a fucking QR code.
Yeah.
You aim your camera at it, QR code takes
Yeah.
you right there. And then it says like, do you want to pay for this? So
I never saw anything.
The
to
answer
pay.
is yes, I do. And it was $0.00.
Oh.
So I did it and I tried
When you downloaded the app.
Yeah, when I downloaded the app. So there's two apps. There's the app for the camera and there's
Right.
the app for the media integration system.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And that
the
media,
Carbit.
Right, the
That-
Carbit,
yeah.
exactly. So I still have it on my phone. And so I downloaded that, and then it asked to go to the subscription service. I went to the subscription service. I was like, yeah, what the fuck? I don't care. It was my shop burner phone.
Yeah.
It's a Pixel. It's like a Pixel 7.
Yeah.
So I threw that at it, and it didn't work at all. Turned the bike off, gave up on it. Then I walked over to the bike, turned the key on, was going to ride the thing home. And then as I'm riding home, I got maybe 3 minutes away from the shop, and all of a sudden, on the screen of the motorcycle was my Spotify logos, like my
Oh.
Spotify album covers.
Oh, it just
So
Well,
without
your phone just
without
happened.
it just happened.
because you had already connected
Yeah.
to the Wi-Fi
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
Bluetooth and
Yeah, and I was like,
Man.
I just
okay,
needed a minute to figure it all out.
But the camera's awesome too because like you can set it up so that it'll pre-record and if you get in an accident it'll go back to
It'll go
three
dash
minutes.
yeah,
Right.
you can do the loops up to
Yeah.
a certain
All
number
right,
of minutes.
well,
But it knows impact and it saves like the 2 minutes before
Oh,
the impact
I
or something.
I'm gonna
learned
have to before I return. I gotta
that
connect
the
it
impact
and-
sensor is not in the motorcycle. The impact sensor
in your
is
phone?
in your phone.
yeah.
So I learned that after I hit the bike into the wall once or twice. No. What I
Oh, that's what happened.
right,
Okay.
I couldn't figure out how
Did you notice
if
the
the
lift to
camera
the
was
left that just pulls them?
built into the motorcycle. The camera's built in the motorcycle. I was like, how does it detect an impact or a
Well-
collision? So I just took my phone and dropped it on the ground.
G
Okay.
meter
And it's
in your
literally
phone.
G meter. in your phone.
Also, certain phones don't have that. It depends on the model of phone you have. If it has an like
The
the newer
really cheap phones, probably.
Yeah, like
Oh,
newer,
mine work great.
newer iPhones and things like they have the impact sensor. As a matter of fact, I remember for whatever reason I got pissed at my phone and I chucked it at my like passenger floor.
Called 911?
and it was like, oh, it looks like you've been in an accident.
had
And
a
I was
crash.
like, no. I was
I'm
mad
just
at the phone.
pissed.
Yeah, I just fucking chucked it.
So what I thought was, despite my complete lack of enthusiasm for playing with it, because I was like, I really don't care about this. Well, what had happened was it started because I had it set. It started recording my ride, right? So it just started recording my
saw the
ride.
ride?
And so what I had, and I don't think I have
It
it.
looks
Did
in
like
you
here.
you're on a
you
motorcycle
downloaded
ride.
both apps.
Yeah,
then,
so I downloaded both apps,
Yeah.
and it did work. And what I thought was hilarious was when I had the impact, it put a red flag next to that and automatically saved it. So I didn't have to.
So it knows how to
So
keep
it said-
something.
It's always on a loop.
Yeah.
So it's always running in a loop, and you can set it to loop out at 1 minute or 2 minutes or 4 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever it is. And I had it set to like loop out at like 5 minutes or whatever. So when I had the, drop my phone, it recorded, and it's hilarious because I am not on the motorcycle. When this happens, I'm getting off the motorcycle. So the motorcycle is sitting there. The motorcycle is keyed on. The motorcycle's not running.
Yeah.
I get off the bike. I drop my phone. You
And
can
it red
literally...
flags it.
You can see me getting off the bike. You can see me picking the phone up. I'm standing behind the bike. There's no audio.
Yeah.
There's no audio, but there's definitely me looking at the phone. I'm looking at the phone. You can see I put the phone in my pocket. You see I get on the motorcycle again. It's just a forward-facing camera. And then off I fuck. And I was like, that worked. And I
That's
did
pretty
not
awesome.
think it was going to work because I didn't feel like I had completed the steps of the setup.
All right, I got to try that.
It turns out it does work. And then I got my iOS system's phone, and on that system, it actually went first time through. So on the Apple system, it went
connected
first
a
time
lot
through. It
easier.
connected much easier.
Right. Now, mind you, you're not going to shoot another 28 days with 8 of these parked around the film crew. But, like, if you got in an accident, the judge would be like, yeah, that was a car that hit you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not 4K.
No.
Right. It's not 4K. It's security camera
But
footage.
it gets the job done.
It's- Okay.
Yeah, it's security camera footage.
But-
it is color, though. I was impressed by the color. It looked
I
good.
mean,
color.
Yeah.
when I was in
Yeah.
Taiwan for one of the shows, that they had these everyone was into dash cam.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have. They had helmets,
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous looking helmets well, it's a dash cam. You just hop on your bike and it instantly,
It's
you know,
recording
I'm
all the
like,
time.
yeah, but you look like
a damn
terrible,
fool. And
but-
at 60 miles an hour, all you can hear is whistles.
Yeah,
From all those
They're
devices.
bad sounding. Yeah.
Even my Senna 10C, like at 85 miles an hour on certain motorcycles, it screams. And like I'll have to put my hand over it because it's making so much wind noise. Yeah, so much wind noise. So yeah, that's not the best thing. But well, that's
I
cool.
was disappointed I didn't get it connected. So now I know that I've got to go through extra steps and.
Yeah, and what my hardest thing was, it wants there to be two different Wi-Fi. So it wants there to be a Wi-Fi for your device and the bike are on a
it's
Wi-Fi.
got like two channels.
It's got two channels.
Yeah, it's weird because
and you both have to have Wi-Fi, the same Wi-Fi, or could it be okay?
So that was where I stumbled because I was like, oh well, I'm gonna create a new Wi-Fi. You know, I'm gonna identify a new Wi-Fi in my phone to make this work. No, it doesn't want that. It wants its Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So
you got to choose
Wi-Fi.
their
It's
Wi-Fi.
a direct.
Wi-Fi
direct.
Exactly it. And when it locks in, it locks in. And then your media thing, when it's starting, it's just communicating between the bike and your device. That's
you know
all
what?
it's doing. It also did my Bluetooth.
I liked
helmet.
it better than my BMW because in regard to one thing, my BMW is so intrusive. Like if I just want to listen to music on headphones and I want to attach my phone to the BMW, it's like, fuck you. 2 minutes later, it kicks my Bluetooth things off, takes my phone over, and I can't get it back. You just have to give it up. So when you're near the BMW, I'm like, fuck it. Okay, you win. You can run my phone for me now.
Oh, so they're more.
It is mean.
Because they don't want you to like. Oh, we're gonna take over, so you don't have to.
Right, like it integrates once you attach your helmet to the bike and then your phone to the bike. Like it just tries to take over. And then I noticed if you get the sequence wrong, like if you turn the bike on first and your helmet's not on, then it takes fucking forever to then you just want to go.
Yeah.
Weird.
So you got to get the sequence right and it works perfectly every time.
I have to admit the Vespa's Mia system, because I use it with both my phone and my headset, works flawlessly every time I use it.
That is unusual.
It is. I know.
Especially with an Italian vehicle.
I know.
Right? Yeah.
I usually have to yell and scream and throw the phone across the room and hit it with pads
Think
3-4
of why.
times.
Think of why. It's communication. You have to get the Bella home, so you have to talk. That has to work. The bike can fall apart. It fails when you get to her house. So
I cannot understand what you're saying when you got both the hands on the handlebars. I need to see one of the hands. You talk with your hands.
It knows every time. Like
It's got a camera in the dashboard pointing at your hands.
So I had the Senna 50C, you know, with the camera, and man, I was so excited to use it. But I had a Polaris Razor last year to go out, and we hit mud puddle, and I had the camera going, which is awesome. We got it all in the.
You got the full splash.
Got it all splashed, whatever. I took the helmet off, and we're just covered in mud. I didn't really shake out the camera, and so it must have destroyed that thing and I'm so disappointed because.
Okay, so how many? Let's just say motorcycles. How many motorcycles that you don't own have you had the privilege of driving around for weeks to do your motorcycle magazine thing?
I get. You know, it's weird because I'm getting more of that now than this is what I got into the industry for. Was I just want to ride stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and it's been more like, no, you got to work your butt off.
It's a lot
and write
better
about business and write. But, you know, I love that. But now I'm getting a little bit more of it. And, you know, I've gotten a fair amount. So, but not
the
so much
alternative
on
is working
wheels.
in a motorcycle shop.
Yeah.
Which is great to ride a whole lot of motorcycles, but most of them are broken.
Right. Well, that's most of my stuff anyway. So that's why I got to have stuff that's already ready to go, you know. But yeah, no, I get a lot of 4-wheel stuff, not a lot of 2-wheel stuff, which I'm excited to get some more 2-wheel stuff. But I'm pretty average on the 2 wheels, and you know. But now after the Moto Marine, riding that in the gravel and doing a bunch of gravel roads with it, I'm like, I'm a much better rider on the street now. Like on the road. Like once on the gravel, I still suck.
You'll become better at the street when you take away your traction. right?
Yeah,
When you're like,
exactly.
oh, I got to
You're
spend.
like, oh, this is what it's like when the bike is slipping. You're like sliding all over the place, and then you get on the street. You're like, this is no problem.
This is
The
easy
moment
now.
the moment you can let go of what you want to do on gravel is when you can ride gravel. Because I was terrified of it, and all my friends were good at it, and they'd always take me, and I'd be miserable. I'd be like, fucking hate gravel. And then like finally, like the one day, the dude came up and he was like, stop fucking trying to ride gravel. Don't even touch the bike. Hit the gas and let the fucking thing float. And all of a sudden,
It's
I
like
was like,
riding on ice. Yeah.
okay, this is a totally different experience now. Yeah.
Somebody told me that when I did a launch, we did a motocross. It was like for fly racing. They had all their guys out there and like pro riders, right?
Yeah.
We're at a motocross track in Idaho, and I'm like, yeah, I can ride. I rode dirt bikes, but I didn't tell them how long ago that I rode them. But I'm like, yeah, I can ride. I get out there, and these guys are whipping by. Like, you got like, Damon Bradshaw was out there with his stuff, flying over you. And I'm just like, I can't barely move because the whoops are so big. And one of the, I think it was Jason Thomas said, don't look at just block out all the ruts, block out everything. Just look ahead.
Right.
You got to pretend like that stuff's
Look
not
where
there.
you want to be.
Right.
And the motorcycle.
Because I
sort
kept
out the
looking at
bumps.
like, look at that giant rut.
Right.
I'm like, I'm going to hit that.
Yeah,
And
so-
sure enough, that's what happens. So
And that's usually, you're always looking at the point of impact.
yeah.
Right. So you're like, yeah, look at that. Yeah, you did. You hit that thing, didn't you?
Dude, the first time, if you really want to hit the twisties and you're going to hit hard down there and you're going to ride fucking hard, right? The first time you figure out if you really look way further than you think you even need to look, that's when you get fast.
Yep.
That's when you get good. I mean, it kind of sucks because then, there might be a horse shit you don't see right in front of you, but you're going
Right.
to make the turns a lot
No,
better.
it's totally true. As a matter of fact, with that escape, the bevel in the windshield, when it's raised up, it's got that bevel. When I first rode it home, I'm like, oh, this is annoying. I'm like going up, down. After I've ridden it a while in the dirt, I'm like, I don't want to look right in front of me. I want to look way out in the front. So it got my eyes up, got the eyes looking way ahead. So it really didn't matter that little. As a matter of fact, when I did get the little contour in the windshield, it made me think, okay, put your head up, put your eyes up and not down.
And then, and if it was like your bike or whatever,
Right.
you could get like a secondary lip that goes on it, and they work so well because you can literally on the highway, you sit there and you can direct the wind to just go right over your head at different speeds.
Yeah.
And then with that windscreen, how it can go up and down if you had that, it's amazing. Because then you put it down and blow right at your chest to get some nice air, but it's not in your face if you want to get the air in your.
It's a nice setup.
I did not understand because we've done all the Motomarini 650s have a knob that you turn and release it and click.
I spent 20 minutes staring at that fucking thing going, it's supposed to move. Why isn't this thing moving?
And I looked at it and I was like, well, they put a convenient place there to mount your GPS system. That was so cool. And I didn't know that was the handle that you used to mechanically grip up the windshield.
I don't think I would have figured it. If you didn't show me that, I don't know that I would have been
I was in the park finishing the review. It was the last thing, and I was like, because I almost forgot. And I was like, wait, this thing's supposed to have a fucking movable windscreen. Right. So I go over there, and then I'm like doing this, and I'm like,
so did you have it on low the whole time? Until,
yeah. So I had it low, and I'm like sitting there. No, maybe it was whatever you left it on.
I left it up.
Okay,
so I
maybe
left
it was
it up
high.
because when I did my helmet cam shot, my first little ride around, I was like, you know what? If this bike had an adjustable windshield, it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
And then I was like, literally pulled into the parking lot at my shop, and I was sitting there, and the windshield appeared to be like vibrating. And I was like, that sucks, man. That rattle sucks. And I grabbed that thing, and I was like, hold on a second. And I was like, holy shit, it does have an adjustable windshield.
You have to be forceful with it.
And it's not just an adjustable windshield. It's my favorite adjustable windshield because it requires no knobs to turn, nothing to twist,
Just pull.
one action.
Yeah, you just push out.
Yeah,
and
you
down,
can
up.
almost while you're riding.
Oh,
I
I've
did
done
a
it
cu-
while I was
I did
riding.
it.
Absolutely.
It's like, okay,
But-
but you got to know
Yeah.
it's a commitment.
I knew what time you closed. I knew I wanted to get the bike back that day. I have a list. So I have my list of stuff. I had all the specs that I wanted to talk about and everything like that. And I wanted to check things and stuff. So I'm getting to the end of it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I missed this windscreen thing, right?
Right.
Sun's going. Also, I'm sitting there. It took me literally, I'm like, who was with Mike was with me. He was laughing at me. He was like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, this fucking thing moves. So we're both. Now we have two people. We're staring at it. I'm like, I see gears.
Right.
And so we're looking for a knob to
like
turn the
T-knob.
gears. No. So we get to the point where he's like, well, I'm not going to push this thing. And I'm like, well, Phil's my good friend, and I have a couple bucks in my
Right.
pocket. So and it goes, shoot, shoot. I'm like, yes, and it fucking moved, and I was like, I got it.
I got movable windshields on a lot of different motorcycles I've owned, and they're all, Moto Guzzi. You want to adjust the windshield, you have to take both hands off the handlebars, twist one nut this way, twist the nut the opposite way, and then raise or lower the windshield, right? BMWs, absolutely. Oh my God, you got to push it in and turn it. So you got to push the nut in and turn it while you're doing that. You cannot do it while you're going 75 miles an hour down a freeway, right? This thing you can legit with one hand reach out and go up, down. You know, it's violent.
No, it's neat. Yeah,
don't get me wrong. It's pushing it harder than you think you should.
Right.
Yeah.
You think you're going to break it.
It's not going to break.
But you're not.
Yeah, you're not going to break it. Yeah, and they do make 2 different windshields for that. Well, 3. So they got the one that came on it, and then there's a taller one, and then there's a taller and a wider one.
Yeah, but GV and everybody else, I mean, don't they have
jump
that
right
shit
on
already?
That.
Yeah.
Jump right on that. Yeah.
No, as a matter of fact, right before I came up to get it, I got an email with all the GV shit that was like, oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, they can. Dude. They've done a good job with GV to make sure you can load that bike up.
Yeah,
and GV's fucking. I think it's GV. They're crazy. They're doing shit. Where did you see where you can buy a fucking BMW GS 1350 and then convert it to a road bike with their shit? It's insane. It's all the plastic work, a fucking nose, everything to put on the bike. It's pretty cool looking, man.
It is cool. Yeah. Well, we're starting to see these non-traditional ideas. You're starting to see stuff that you're like, okay, well, it's not just make a CB750 and then buy this to make it into a touring bike, buy this to make it into a sport bike. We have get to the point of specialization where they will offer you so many different versions of a motorcycle.
Very modular.
Extremely modular.
Yeah.
Extremely modular.
Well, I honestly, it's an awesome idea to have a bike that you could kind of put into the instead of having and now we all want a garage full of bikes, right? But if you can go like, hey, I got a sport bike here and a dual sport, I can go off road with it. I can do, depending on the kit. It's sort of the supermoto thing too.
What's impressed me about most of these middle to heavy white adventure bikes,
middle white, yeah,
Middle Earth, the Middle Earth bikes, is they tend to be really, really good in the twisties. Yeah. So that's kind of the thing where you look at these things and you're like, yeah, I never really considered, a semi-off-road vehicle to be something I'd want to ride around in twisties, but they're actually really nice. And you could hammer that thing through a corner, and it just feels great.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't feel bad at all.
Matt said, twist it, pull it, bop it.
Twist it, pull it, bop it, shake it. Yeah.
Shake it.
Put that up. Put that on the camera, Becky. If you're gonna, get your tits out.
Oh, yep.
I don't know what's going on.
I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, I'm only looking into 2 bright lights.
Yeah.
Hey. The
headlights were actually looking
straight into the headlights.
The shanky cam is
Step
pointing the
around
wrong
here
direction.
behind the bar.
I feel like a deer. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Does anybody else got anything else?
Very quickly.
Go ahead, Sean.
As my aunt had tuned in earlier,
Yes.
she suffered with us the whole. She is still tuned in the whole time.
Is she really?
Wow.
Yes, I think that might be the first time she tuned into a live one.
And Heidi, you're allowed to tune out.
Tanta Heidi stayed in.
Roust.
But also, it is my uncle's birthday today.
Oh,
so
happy birthday.
I wish him, but my uncle Alphonse is his birthday today. So
my God, what a great
additional
name.
happy birthday, Uncle Alphonse.
Good to get
Alphonse.
Metzstock.
And she switched. She put us on the big screen in her living. She's got us on 75 inches in
Wow.
her living room.
Yeah.
Oh, she can fit almost.
So down on the lower screen, we got their village where
So
they.
my head will almost fit on the screen.
Hold on. For that, we need the Shanky's cam.
Yeah, Shanky's Cam.
Shanky's
Very cool.
Thank you to our lovely sponsor, Shanky's Whip.
Shanky's Wear.
Sponsors the cam with booze.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Does anybody else have anything else?
I got a quick announcement.
Go ahead, Mr. Pete. I've been waiting for this.
Well, I was waiting for an opportunity.
Yeah.
I planned a little trip, get a little getaway for the late 2025 riding season. A week from Saturday, we're departing for South America. We're going to go to Ecuador for a week.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Dude.
Wow.
Riding?
Yeah, we're going to fly and ride. We're going to fly into Quito, pick up the bikes on Monday and ride through Sunday. And then 2 days in Quito on the front end, 1 day on the back end. And then
Is this Ecuador Freedom Bike Rental?
It is, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No,
So what
that's
kind of
quality.
bikes are you getting there, Pete?
We're going to ride DR650s. There are 4 of us going. Dave Nolan's going, Brett Baldy that did the monkey trip last year, and Brett Baldy's son. And the route we've chosen is about 80% off-road. It's going to be going into like some remote villages kind of stuff and staying out of the big towns for the most part. And yeah, we're just looking forward to it.
And this is the self-guided one, right?
Self-guided, yeah.
This
We're
is the
not
self-guided
going
one.
right, yeah.
Do you get like GPS or something?
Yeah, they give you GPS with the predetermined route, and then the hotels are set, so you're riding basically from hotel to hotel.
So they line everything up for you, but they don't guide you along the way.
You're not doing that one that was being advertised that this will be the most miserable 2 weeks of your life.
Well,
You'll bond with your brotherhood over misery, death, dragging your motorcycle through sand. Only $28,950.
Yeah, it's going to be like that, but we're not going to have anyone.
There'll be less docking.
Oh, okay.
I feel like they should just give you a Sony Walkman and headphones, and you have to listen to that for the directions.
The old gypsy tours.
Yeah.
And on your right, you'll see Big Ben. And on your left, kids, it's Parliament.
No, for them, they'd be like, on your left, we'll see some sand. And if you look to your right, there's some sand.
And that's where we lost Mickey 15 years ago. You can still see the corner of his handlebars sticking up through the dirt. Let's not be like Mickey. Yeah. I did those gypsy GPS tours all over Hawaii and stuff, and they're fucking awesome. Because they're literally just in the car, it's playing over your phone, and the guy's voice is delightful. It's like warm butter dripping off a biscuit. It is just like, hey guys, so here we are in Oahu. And if you fuck up and you just blow it and you're not going the route he wants you to go, so it looks like you don't want to see Machu Picchu today. All right, well, it's okay. We've got something for that too. And he's literally got these things prompted out so well that if you don't go on the prescribed route,
he's got something
else for you.
Wow. We got a great one from New Zealand again.
Oh, more from New Zealand. Thanks, Heat from Kiwi Land, for the laughs and the knowledge. Apologies for being upside down from the US of A. Well, right now, being upside down from the USA is a goddamn good thing.
The US of A-hole.
Yeah, you're having a much better time than we are, sir. Yeah.
But thank you for tuning in. That means a lot to us.
I really do, and
what time is it down there?
I'm pulling for your 4-inch snails.
Next week. Yeah. I hear the toilets flush differently.
Yeah, they do.
He's already got the motto numbers.
Exactly. Yeah, he figured it out. So that's Ecuador Freedom. So Ecuador Freedom, freedombikerental.com. That is fucking cool. So those self-guided tours, they're going to give you the GPS with all the stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then do they have different levels of intensity that you can choose?
Yeah, they have a number of itineraries you can choose from. If you want to do, they had one that was like a deluxe tour where you stay in like eco lodges and stuff like that. But we wanted it a little bit more gritty, so we're staying in like.
You can pull this up, Sleepy, because I'd really like the friends at home to see this. You can have the self-guided chocolate and cloud forest tour. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's a one-day tour. So
that's a one-day tour.
Scroll down some more.
Keep scrolling down.
We're doing the
7 days?
Self-guided.
6 days?
Off-road Pacific Discovery.
They're doing the hardcore.
4 days, 6 days, 7 days, 9 days.
The Andes.
Jesus Christ.
Andes. We're not doing the Pacific. We're not doing
the Cloud
Andes
Forest
Twist.
Coast and Craters tour?
Hey, what kind of shekels you got to give out to do something like this?
It was like $1,800. That includes your bike.
Oh shit, that's not bad.
And your
that's pretty good.
And the hotels for all and
oh
my god,
wow. 3/4 of the meals are included, I think.
Oh,
There's
wow.
a couple
The
times
Avenue of the Volcanoes?
How was the flights though? Are they insane or they?
No, it wasn't bad at all. That was the other. So Ecuador uses this is the why we decided on Ecuador. They use the American dollar as their currency.
Nice.
So there's no money exchange going on. They're in the central time zone, so it's not like you're gonna have
like
big jet lag or
hours,
anything.
right.
Mm-hmm. And it's a relatively easy flight to get there. We have a connection in Atlanta. But I think it's like maybe an 8 or 10 hour travel day with a 3-hour layover in Atlanta. So
that's pretty great.
It's like
Not
going
bad.
to Hawaii.
It's easier than going to
It's
Hawaii.
way
really,
easier
yeah.
going away. That's fantastic.
The only thing that makes me nervous is in like 3 weeks we'll find out if Pete's original birth paperwork is all in order.
Yeah.
There's no military coups or anything or rebellions.
Better clear out all your Facebook.
We were talking about this today, though. He starts at over 9,000 feet.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Keto.
You have oxygen?
Will that engine run at that? I mean,
It's a DR650.
Yeah, right.
It lives there, so I'm sure they
still
got
has
dialed
6 horsepower.
It lives there.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got it dialed in.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to take my flatland bike down there, though.
But they don't rate it that way. It's not horsepower. It's burro power there. It's a totally different kind of power.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cuckoo go nuts, man. When I looked at the elevation chart for you,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you are straight up. I mean, we're going
Does
to
anybody
translate
smoke
this.
in your group?
No.
Oh, good. Because that's not a place you're
I mean,
Elevation change.
I mean, it looks like you're starting straight up at 2,600 meters, and then you're at 3,500 meters instantly.
Isn't there
like
some
within
big dry
25
lake
kilometers.
beds up there that they do like speed? Like
I think you're thinking of the salt flats maybe in Bolivia.
In Bolivia, maybe.
Oh, that-
yeah,
Yeah,
Bolivia.
that's the world's largest salt flats.
Oh
up there.
yeah, that's
Nothing,
what
nothing will
I'm
get your cockles out like topping out a DR 650 across.
That's the reason
be
why
like-
they use the DR, because they have to go straight up the hill to start.
The DR's like, what else you got? Come on, pff, amateur, whatever. So you said you guys are both riding, or you have 3 DRs and then 1 701?
Yeah, I think the one guy, Brett's son, is riding some kind of a Husky 701 or a 501 or something like that. Yeah, I forget what he opted for.
So again, I hate to say it, but you DRs are going to have to pull him in.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just what it's going to come down to. What it's going to come down to
Yeah.
is I know three of these bikes.
You have to have a minimum of like 2 or 3 DRs for every one.
Not DR.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
They're
I
the
think
passing for Pete. Is
Negative. We
we looked at that today.
So La Paz, Bolivia is
Yes.
the highest,
Yeah.
and it's like 12,000 feet. So,
Yeah.
but Quito's the second highest. It's like 10,000 feet.
Yeah, it is. I was like, yeah, how high is La Paz, Bolivia? As John Meckelfrish would say, it's
Higher than giraffe pussy.
yeah, it is, right? Oh my God, 11,975 feet, which means like just to live in that city, you should be on supplemental
That's 2
oxygen.
miles.
It's 2 miles.
Yeah,
up.
Denver's the mile-high
Denver's
city.
like, we're the mile-high city, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Psh,
Yeah,
whatever.
we got it.
As we found out in North
Flatlander.
Carolina, don't
Yeah.
try to fly a small drone at that elevation. They don't do anything.
No, because they can't
Yeah.
make the wind
They
move.
can't
there's
get
no,
off the
no
ground.
air density.
There's no air in the air.
density,
Yeah, La Paz, and like
That's why they don't fly over there. They're like,
yeah. And you're like, oh,
The
well,
Andes, no.
so La Paz, they can't breathe there because there's no air in the air and everything else. And you're like, so there can't be anybody living there. And then you throw up a picture of La Paz, and you're like, no, they got to figure it out.
several million.
They got it figured out. I mean, it's population density, all of them. Yeah, right. That's something.
That's like the only place where there is oxygen.
Well, they can
Yeah.
use
It's a
styrofoam for
valley,
building
man.
materials because there's no gravity.
Yeah, they don't want. No one wants to go to the Home Depot. At
That's like in
the bottom
New
of the
Zealand where
hill.
they have to stick all the buildings to the ground because they're upside down. Fuck, man. That's pretty cool. Well, that's super
11,000
exciting, man.
Yeah, we'll
That's
have
super
tales
cool.
to tell in a couple weeks.
I assure
Oh,
you.
I can't wait, Pete. That sounds really awesome.
It does sound super cool. Yeah, I love everything about this trip. Yeah, and I think it's also funny, too, that you're like, oh, yeah, we're just going to South America.
What's the temperature going to be like down there?
I just checked it this week, and it was like 50 degrees maybe, but that was the lows, I think.
Okay.
I think it's going to be all right. When you get to elevation, obviously it's going to be colder.
Yes, it is.
So you got mountains, you got valleys, and if you're on the sunny side of the mountain or if you're in the shady side of the valley, it could be chilly, but
Hey, if you get snow, it's not your bike.
we'll be all right.
There you go.
That's the
Just
spirit.
don't wear snowmobile gloves.
It's Ecuador. It's right on the equator. It's pretty much even weather all year long. So it's
It's kind of
gonna be all right.
consistent.
Yeah.
And that's great, man. That's super awesome.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I think that's neat. And it looks like everything. I was kind of going through the thing, and it looks like it's 95 miles a day. Like it's not crazy. It's
No.
not. It's not
Well,
trying
it
to
depends
just
how
kill
off-roady that off-road is.
well,
I
yeah,
mean,
95.
yeah.
miles
I mean,
going.
if you get like fucking baby heads for fucking 40 miles,
That is
might
no.
be-
We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
No way.
They've got these routes preset, so I'm sure it's stuff other people have done before. And
looks
cool.
we're gonna be all right.
Not breaking new ground.
Yeah, I
Correct.
think it looks really, really.
And
cool.
we're 4 guys that have done this kind of riding before, so we're not going to have any like buddy like holding us back or anything. It's going to be like we all ride pretty equivalently, I think.
I was very surprised to find out you weren't doing it on monkeys.
I would love to do it on a monkey.
We were just proud to debut this trip on the Shanky's Whip Cam.
On the Shanky's Whip Cam. All right. Well, that's it. Boys, it's been great. Thank you so much for coming
you
out
for
today.
inviting
Yeah, it was
me.
a pleasure.
Great,
Absolutely.
Brandon.
Thanks,
that was
guys.
just super, super cool. Stay in touch if you do want. We do have that Patreon thing. Go to the Patreon site, patreon.com, Cleveland Moto. Look it up. We do send you stuff. If you feel like we've shirked our responsibilities or Renee shirked her responsibilities, let us know. Yeah, Squeaky Wheel does get the grease, but the Squeaky Wheel also gets a box of goodies. So
we are going to be at the AIM show coming up in January. So if you see us, me, Phil, Sean,
all of us,
I'll be there.
Okay,
Brent's going to be there.
Everybody's going to be. John's going to fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
It'll be a party.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
So we're going
it's
to all
gonna
be
a party.
there.
Yeah.
And make sure you're subscribed to everybody's channels. Cleveland Moto and Motor Stories.
Yeah, by all means. And if that's it, folks,
And-
ride fast
and
and
Sleepy
take
Ovipositor.
chances. What's that?
And Sleepy's Ovipositor channel.
He's
That's
over
the only
Positive channel.
Sorry, I had to get that in.
Again, did not know it. Ride fast, take chances. Pay us out of here, Johnny.
Bum bum ba ba bum ba ba bum 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 ba da bum ba ba bum.
Eject, get us out of here, Sleepy. Hit the